What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along today. Arsenal against Nottingham Forest, Premier League action from the Emirates Stadium. And I gotta be honest, people, it's been a good weekend so far for Arsenal. I want to say thank you very much to Brighton and Hove Albion. I think Graham Potter must have thought he was the Brighton manager yesterday. He didn't know whether to celebrate or cry yesterday. I want to say a big thank you to Leeds United with that, Yorkshire spirit. Sorry, Liverpool fans, I know you won't be happy, but, they were great results yesterday. Bournemouth, you didn't complete the assignment for us. You're 2-0 up against Tottenham. They should have got at least a draw out of that, but they bottled it. But it was a good weekend. Two of the big six clubs dropped points. It's a great opportunity for Arsenal to take advantage of that today, people. And let's hope we can get the 3 points. Listen, if we can't beat Nottingham Forest at home, no disrespect, I'm a Nottingham boy myself, so I like to see Forest win games, but I'm sorry, we got to be beating them at home today. They're bottom of the league, and we have to collect today. Even the result's more important than the performance, but it would be nice for us to put in a good performance as well. Latte, big up yourself, bro. I did watch the Brighton game back, and Caicedo in midfield for Brighton and Trossard. See the little footwork that Trossard did to take the ball around Kepa yesterday. I think teams should be looking at Brighton in January and trying to nick one or two players off them. They're a club at the moment that are consistently producing players. Cucurella, Basuma, Lewis Dunk, I think, is a decent centre back as well. Ben White, and obviously Trossard and the boy Caicedo, man. Yeah, definitely players I think we should be looking at. Big up to everyone in the chat. Listen, lick that like button, lick it, caress it, punch it, whatever you need to do, tap it. We're looking at least 2,000 likes today, people. Standard procedure. Premier League game. Only a couple Premier League games left until the World Cup. So hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, people. Lawrence said no because Caicedo is the second coming of Kante. I don't think anybody would mind having a B-Tech Kante in the team. I can't lie, people, because he was unreal. Monzir said big up from Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam. Big up, bro. Swole said Trossard's goal was beautiful. Great footwork, man. And listen, I think there's a good chance he goes to the World Cup as well. I think he's a regular in the Belgium squad. Doesn't necessarily start, but he go to the World Cup. If he does well there, the price is going to only increase. So for sure, I would take Trossard. We need a winger. One love, Rastaman. Big up yourself. Curtis, Bournemouth blew it, says Chris. 2-0 up and you lose 3-2 at home. Come on. Like, I know Tottenham are considerably better than Bournemouth. But you're 2-0 up, man. At least leave that game with a draw. And it would have been the perfect weekend. Don Arsenal said, Curtis, please tell me I'm not the only one who's nervous. I'm not going to lie, people. I don't know if this is a good thing or not. I'm quite relaxed. I think we turned Forest over today. I think if we can score in the first 20, 25 minutes, I think we'll roll them over. Listen, if it's 0-0 at half-time, I'll have a totally different conversation. Because I said the longer this game is 0-0, the better it will be for Forest. I think we'll win today. I definitely think we'll win. Somebody said there, let me just get that comment up. Zaha was bullying the MMA fighter yesterday. I told you, people. I told you. You have to rough them man up. I told you you can only do that to certain teams. What's his name? Lianco. Man was putting us, grabbing people around the throat, punching us in the back. Go to Crystal Palace, South London, Zaha, and them, man, they'll stick it on you. You know what I mean? He didn't want to know yesterday. That's what I said, people. Oh, my God, what happened to Virgil? What has happened to Virgil, man? They've space jammed him. They've took the powers away from him, man. What's happened to Van Dijk, people? And it's not just Van Dijk, because the whole Liverpool back four, but Leeds, I think, deserved to win that game yesterday in the end. They went for it. To be fair, Liverpool had good chances. Darwin Núñez should have got a couple. Firmino could have scored. But yeah, man, what's happened to Virgil van Dijk? Doesn't look the same player. John says, big up Big C, watching the game while listening to you. Mrs. is from Mansfield, so it should be a win. My father-in-law is a Forest fan. We have to win. Listen, if we've got any aspirations of achieving anything big this season, I'm sorry, Nottingham Forest at home. If you don't win that, then what are you really about? Yeah, they beat Liverpool last week. Forest are a totally different team. away from home than they are at the City Ground. They're a way better team at home. Away from home, they haven't won a game this season. So we've won every game at home in the league and cup this season. Forest haven't won one game away from home in the league. If we don't win, there's a serious problem. You know, simple as that. Zaha is built different. He's from South. Free Kieran Tierney. You know what? Let's talk about the team. And Newcastle looking scary. I have to admit, words I never thought would come out of my mouth are Joe Linton looks like a baller. They are words that I don't think any football fan ever expected to say. Joe Linton looks like a baller. This guy in centre midfield is an absolute monster at the moment. He's 6 foot. He's strong. He can run. Up front, he couldn't finish. But in midfield, he's just running through midfield, just battering people. You know, Brazil coach was at Newcastle yesterday and he scored and he bullied their midfield. It's crazy. Joe Linton is a beast. Almiron silencing Grealish. The thing what I have to figure out with Almiron is Almiron playing at his level or is he having a purple patch? This is always the difficulty with players in the Premier League sometimes, you know. Is he having a hot streak or is he literally this good? Because if he's this good, Almiron is a serious baller. You know, somebody asked me in the comments the other week and we spoke about it. Would you take Almiron at Arsenal about 4 weeks ago? And I said no. I'd take him right now, but let's see, man. Newcastle look really good. Callum Wilson definitely got a chance to go into the World Cup. Chris said, Curtis, Newcastle gave them a problem at Old Trafford. Don't be surprised if they challenge us. Listen, they're doing things well, and I respect it. I like Newcastle. Good atmosphere, good stadium, good fan base. And I class them as a big club. Bruce was using Joe Linton all wrong in Germany with beast mode activated. Let's talk about this Arsenal team. Let's talk about the team. Not many surprises. I think maybe one that we're going to talk about. The team almost picks itself right now because we don't have anyone on the bench really who's going to come in and make a difference. So we have to play this team. Ramsdale in goal. Glad that he's okay. He took a bit of a knock in midweek, but he's fine. Ben White at right back. Gabriel and Saliba. That three of the back four picks itself. The interesting one is once again Mikel Arteta goes with Tomiyasu at left back ahead of Kieran Tierney. Now, I mean, if I'm Kieran Tierney right now, I'm thinking, I left Celtic, that's your boyhood club. Obviously, you made a significant step up. Premier League, doubled your wages, trebled your wages, whatever. Zinchenko comes in, Zinchenko's playing ahead of you. Zinchenko's injured. And you're still not playing left back. So effectively, Kieran Tierney is Arsenal's third choice left back. I've got to be honest. I think Tierney should be playing ahead of Tomiyasu. I think Tomiyasu against Liverpool, it worked perfectly. He was up against Salah. Salah likes to cut inside. Tomiyasu's stronger on his right, so it worked. I think the Tomiyasu at left back experiment should have stopped today, if I'm being totally honest. I like the natural width that Kieran Tierney can give us. And I don't think Tomiyasu's been that great at left back the last couple of games. So this is interesting. Why is Tommy playing ahead of him? For me, he should just be the backup left back. But he loves the inverted. You know what? I was saying this morning, we were talking about this. I was speaking about this with someone. I said, you know, we always say that Arteta is this B-Tech Pep Guardiola and he does everything that that Pep does. And Pep has played Cancelo at left back for the past 18 months, a right footer at left back who can cut inside, become inverted and all of that. So is he just kind of following the blueprint of his idol, you know? He's got a right footer at left back, so I'm going to go with a right footer at left back. It's interesting, man. Don said, Curtis, let's be honest, Tierney looked better when he came in because our left back was bad, but his first touch is really bad and plays one way. Hendon Guna said, still no Zinchenko, but Elneny is back in training. Tierney can't play inverted. Yeah, understandable. Tierney was an Emery signing. Arteta clearly favours his signings. That's a great point. B-Tech Man City said, Ish. Cancelo isn't having the best of seasons. I mean, his not best of seasons is still, you know, unbelievably high. Cancelo is a great player on the ball. He's absolutely outstanding. Thierry Henry saying, big up Big C, Arteta won't drop his signings yet. I think you make a great point there. I think he genuinely is going with his own boy that he signed. I'm about to show you. In fact, I didn't even finish the rest of the team, but Xhaka Partey midfield, Odegaard in the 10, Saka Martinelli right and left, and Gabriel Jesus up front. Just to let you know before we look at the bench, because, you know, you might want to hide behind the sofa before you look at the bench because it's filthy again. William Saliba, Gabriel Jesus, 4 yellow cards each. If any of them get a booking today, they will be suspended for Chelsea at Stamford Bridge next Sunday. So those two getting off this pitch with no yellow card is, you know, massive for us today. We simply, listen, I know we beat Chelsea last season at the Bridge with Eddie Nketiah playing up front, but not this year. You ain't getting away with it this year. And Eddie's not exactly in form, is he? So, listen, Gabriel Jesus needs a goal. 6 games without scoring now, though I'm reluctant to say 6 because he only played 25 minutes on Thursday, so I'd say 5. A couple of them were sub-appearances. But let's be totally honest. Gabriel Jesus got to start hitting the back of the net. I love him. We've all celebrated him. We all said how he's invigorated this attack, or reinvigorated this attack, should I say. But at the end of the day, strikers are paid to score goals. Don't let anyone fool you with that. As I said, unless you're a Bobby Firmino false 9, they will judge you on your goals. There's no reason that Mitrovic should have 10 and Ivan Toney has got 9 playing for Brentford. Gabriel Jesus 5, with the amount of chances we're creating, he should have more. This is the kind of game where your £45 million striker against bottom of the league should be, you know, should be an all-you-can-eat restaurant for him today. Let's be honest. South London's finest. Big C, did you see Eto's comments on Henry? I saw them. Basically said that Henry wasn't as good as him and that he thought Anelka was better than Henry. Now, I think we have to look at the fact Eto was judging Henry off the Henry he saw when he was 31, 32 that went to Barcelona. Henry was playing in them bulky Reebok boots, you know. He wasn't even in the Vapors. That wasn't the same Thierry Henry. So, Eto, relax yourself. Eto, you're a great player, and I actually really liked Eto as a player. But you're right, you're not on the same level as Thierry Henry, because Thierry Henry was better than you, Sammy. So, big up Eto. I liked him as a baller. But Thierry's different level, bro. You didn't see the real Thierry Henry. You saw his representative, 31 years of age, not as much pace, playing in big Reebok boots. He weren't playing in the Vapors with the socks high, playing through the middle. So relax yourself, Sammy, yeah? No more of that. Even though I love Nicolas Anelka, I've said many times, one of my favourite ever Arsenal players. But Sammy Eto'o better relax with them comments. I will never accept Thierry Henry's slander on this channel. Ben Guna said, see you next. See you next. Come on, boys. Big performance today. Hasn't been great since Liverpool. We've been poor. Let's be real. We've been poor the last few weeks. Leeds, we hung on by a thread. If it weren't for VAR, we'd have lost that game or drawn that game. And then what other game? Bodo Glimt, we weren't great. PSV at home, we weren't great. We nicked it at the end. PSV away, worst performance of the season. We got battered. Southampton second half, we were running on low battery the whole second half. We needed a charger. You know, the team looked shattered. I don't know why, but we haven't been good for 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. We've been getting away with it, which good teams do. Good teams win games without playing well. But you can't do that every week. You can't do that 4 or 5 weeks in a row. It'll catch up with you. It's caught up with us this week. I said on Friday's show that I wasn't actually... People were saying Arsenal therapy on Friday after losing to PSV, and I didn't call it Arsenal therapy. Yeah, I had a little bit of a moan, but I said we need to keep calm. If we were going to lose a game out of our current fixtures, that was the game to lose that we could afford to lose. We're still top of the Europa League group. We're playing the bottom team on Thursday. A win wins as the group. It's not the end of the world. Dropping points today, and we're having a whole different conversation, right? These are games you have to win. We've got to go to that World Cup top of the Premier League. We've only got a couple games left in the Prem, couple of cup games, and we should be in pole position. Nelson said they've knocked us out the cup in the past 2 meetings. We should be fired up. Yeah, don't forget that. Don't forget that, Arsenal. You went there last year and embarrassed yourself. We lost to a championship team in the FA Cup. They absolutely bullied us off the pitch last season. So we owe them one. We owe them one. Like I said, I'm a Nottingham boy. I don't care. We have to. We should be beating Forest 3 or 4-0 today. If we're at it, we should be beating them 3 or 4-0. Now, football doesn't always work like that. And, it doesn't mean because you're second and they're bottom, you're just going to batter them. They've just beat Liverpool. They had no midweek game. They're going to come here with nothing to lose. They're going to turn it into a bit of a championship game, in my opinion. I think they'll try and rough us up. They'll try and hassle us, and we didn't deal with that well last week against Southampton. So it isn't going to be easy. If we can score early, I think we pull them apart and we can beat them by 3 or 4. But we'll have to see. This team, listen, we're constantly talking about the dark arts. Mick Tyndall. We have to understand what we are. We're now a target. Everybody who comes here, they want to beat us. They go, Arsenal, they're flying high. I want to beat them. Anyone who's played football at any level, when you play a team who's top or second, you're even more determined to prove yourself. So we got to be aware of that. Kishen said, Big C, realistically, Tommy is playing because he cuts off the diagonal to get in behind. It's an added defensive tactic, but we struggle in attack on the left with this system. Totally agree. Yeah, listen, crosses to the back post, Tomiyasu is taller. Long diags, he's taller. He's fantastic in the air. He's also inverted. So he tucks in and drops into that midfield position. He's not as good as Zinchenko is in that position, but Tierney doesn't look comfortable doing it. I understand why he's playing there. I just don't think Tomiyasu's a better left back than Kieran Tierney. That's just my opinion. They have different qualities. They offer you different things. Tierney will get on the overlap, where Tomiyasu is not going to overlap that often. So you I think it's easier for Martinelli if Tierney plays. We're going forward, we're not as strong if Tomiyasu's at left back. Simon said, you are right that Arsenal was better in pre-season and the first games of the season. I've looked a little tired in the last few games. It's interesting. It's a discussion that we keep having. Why do Arsenal look tired in October? Arsenal shouldn't look tired in October. But I think, and why I didn't have a bit of a meltdown on Friday about the PSV defeat, I think people have to understand this is a bit of an abnormal month in football. They've squeezed so many games into a short period. 9 games by the end of October to get us to that World Cup quicker. You wouldn't often play that many games. Also, we just don't have enough on the bench to rotate. And I think the fact that Arteta's been taking all of our players to every game is a mistake. And I said this on Friday's show. We're resting 5 players for the Europa League. That's great. But they're all on the bench. They're all travelling to Bodo Glimt, to PSV. They're training. They're in the hotel. They're on the flight. They're not getting no rest. And then they're having to be brought on because we're struggling in these games. So I think it's more mentally fatigued. I always say when you're flying high and you're top, you don't tire as often. But for some reason, the team are starting to look a little bit tired and a little bit short of ideas. Just said, damn mate, it's raining so heavily here for me. Can't get back home in time to watch the match, unfortunately. Still be listening to your stream, though. Appreciate it. Couple things to say. 1,900 of you in the chat. Hit that like button. Let's hit 2,000 likes today. Subscribe if you haven't already and all of that good stuff, people. Obviously, the game is not on television in the UK today. Ridiculous. I don't know why. I believe we're the only 2 o'clock kickoff, so why is the game not televised on Sky or BT? You pay all that money to watch this garbage, and then there's a game on at 2 o'clock and you decide not to televise it. It's an absolute shambles. So just bear with me. The celebrations may be a little bit more toned down, but we're going to, we're still here, people. Anybody got any streams to share? People in the comments asking for streams, throw them in there. And people have a look. Are you going to do Man United v West Ham? That's the 4:30 game, right? Do you know what? I always say I'm a little bit mood-based whether we do the second game or not. If Arsenal win and I'm in a good mood, then maybe we do Man United West Ham. 4:15 kickoff, that is. Yeah, so I might do. If this goes to plan, I'll probably do it. Because I don't mind that. I've got a little feeling that West Ham are going to give Man United a tough game there as well. So, yeah, we might do it. Listen, it's ridiculous, people. And as I've said, I have no sympathy with these television companies. And listen, without saying too much, listen, we all know there's other ways and means of watching games, right? And I don't blame people for doing it, especially in this day and age. You know, the amount of money you have to pay for Sky Sports, for BT Sports, then you get your Amazon Prime because some games are on Amazon, and then we're the only game in the country at 2 o'clock and you don't televise it. It's an absolute embarrassment. So anyway, that's the end of my little meltdown. But it's a shambles. It's an absolute shambles. Even with the VPN, Anthony, I've tried it. The VPN, there's still a delay. When I tried it, I didn't get it at the same time. No games on at 2 p.m. Absolute shambles. Let's look at our bench. I've been delaying showing you this because, again, it's painful. I mean, look at the state of that. Sorry, no disrespect to any of the individual players there. There's a couple of good players there. But come on. Come on, man. Seriously, people. Arsenal Football Club. Talking about challenging Manchester City, right? Apparently we're going to try and challenge Man City. And you're turning up with this bench. All I can say, people, is just pray that the World Cup is kind to our team. Because if anyone gets injured, who can win you the game there if you're under pressure? If you've got Man City, you've got Liverpool away or Stamford Bridge next week and it's 1-1 and you're desperate to win the game. Who turns that game on its head for you there? You've got Hine, young goalkeeper. Matt Turner's injured. Tierney's a good left back, but obviously not an attacking player. Holding, I mean, not going to happen. Cedric's just... He's not even getting in the Europa League team at the moment. Lokonga, I mean, the less I say about Lokonga, the better. People think I've got an agenda against him. Listen, let me say something. I have no agenda against Sambi Lokonga. I just think he's a poor player. And I don't like watching poor players play for the football club that I support. There's no agenda. I just don't rate him. He can turn it around and convince us, but right now, the brother ain't good enough. He probably wouldn't get in Forest midfield. Fabio Vieira, I mean... techie little baller, but 35 million? Was it necessary? Did we need a centre midfielder more? Did we need another striker and a right winger more? Yes. So, as much as I think Vieira's a decent player, at the moment, we're not getting a whole heap of use out of him for 35 M's. That is for sure. Reese Nelson, I mean, I've been trying to see the hype for a long time. He ripped up the under-23s. Done nothing really in the first team. Marquinhos looked good in the first Europa League game. After that, didn't look up to it. And Edward's just out of form. Doesn't look like he can hit he can't hit a barn door at the moment. That bench genuinely could be worse than the Forest bench. I'm not even exaggerating. And you know what? I'm going to get the Forest bench on it. I want to see if Forest, what their bench is like. That bench could be worse than the Forest bench. Let's have a look at the Forest bench. Who've they got on the bench? They got Brennan Johnson on the bench. They've got Emmanuel Dennis on the bench. Mangala, Willy Bowley. I mean, it's no worse. Let's put it that way. It's no worse. Brennan Johnson, Emmanuel Dennis. It's not bad. Man said Fabio needs some gunga peas. He needs something. I'm telling you, get him a protein shake. Get him some yam, some dumpling. Get him some rice. Get him some banana. Get him some... Brother, this is Premier League, fam. Vieira needs some weight on his arms, man. These teams will just chew you up and spit you out, bro. If you're that lightweight in the Prem, you got to be unbelievable on the ball. You got to be outrageous on the ball to get away with that. And right now, he ain't getting away with that. But our bench is not good. Yeah, it's a bird poo bench again, people. It's a park bench. Steak on bread. Give him some Guinness, some milk. I don't know. Just strengthen the brother up, man. It's because of the Cricket World Cups on Sky Sport. Listen, I don't care. There's that many channels, you know. Put the cricket on that one. Put the football on that one. Messi was lightweight. Oh, Ben. Oh, don't do it, Ben. Don't do it. Listen, we can't categorize Messi with anybody. No one, right? It doesn't matter how lightweight Messi is. First of all, Messi, when he was younger, if you refer, because Messi hasn't been lightweight for a long time. I'm letting you know that, by the way. It is, Ben, I'm tempted to give you 3 minutes to consider your actions, Ben. Yeah, I am. It's Sunday. It's a sacred day. But, Ben, get back to me in 3 minutes. I don't believe anybody should ever compare Fabio Vieira to Lionel Messi in any way, shape, or form. Let's just get one thing clear when you talk about Lionel Messi, right? Even if you're referring to the earlier Messi that wasn't as strong, he was outrageously quick. And he's one of the best dribblers we've ever seen in football. So him not being as strong back then doesn't mean anything. So let's leave it. I'll see you in 3 minutes. Consider your actions. We do not take comparisons to Lionel Messi. Yeah, he's lucky it's only 3 minutes. You'll be back for kickoff. But there we go. There's the bench, and it stinks. It's a stinky bench. Let's hope that starting 11 wins us the game. He needs some bami and some cassava dumpling, some Irish moss. I'm telling you, something needs to go off. Mohamed Elneny said, I was so fed up with Sambi, I had to come back a month. Mohamed Elneny's back in training. Cheers, Mo. Listen, good to see you back, Mo. I slandered you for a long time. I'm actually delighted. I mean, do you understand the level of desperation that Arsenal have got me at to say the words I'm about to say? Sambi has been so bad. I'm delighted to see Mohamed Elneny back in training. Like, I have to actually question myself at saying things like that. The Egyptian king is backish. The Egyptian king, Mo Elneny, is back. I'm celebrating Elneny being back. That's the levels of desperation we're at right now, people. Mohammed, we love you. I'm telling you, Pyramid Pirlo is back. Snake Eyes, hope you're well, bro. He said, big up, Big C. I've been discharged from hospital. Thank you to the community for reaching out to me and checking on me. I'm feeling better. Hopefully be back at work in a few weeks. You know what, Snake Eyes? I completely misread what you said the other day because I thought you just said you're in the hospital because I know you work in the hospital. Snake Eyes, get well soon, man. I thought you meant you was working when you said you was in hospital. Hope you're well, bro. Get well soon. Good to see you in the comments. And a few people bigging you up as well. Big up that guy, D. And hope you're well, man. And let's hope Arsenal lift the mood, people. Couple of things to look at before. We got 15 minutes until kickoff. Make sure you lick down that like button. Let's get 2,000 likes. Elneny is better than Sambi, 100%. There's just no doubt about that. No doubt whatsoever. Bit of transfer news and the hype. The hype train is underway, people. They can smell the money for January for Shakhtar. The Shakhtar Donetsk sporting director on Mudryk, a.k.a. Car Park Mudryk, as I used to call him, said, the Italians bring low proposals. We don't even sit to negotiate. There are many English candidates, Spanish, French. And then he said, Arsenal and Manchester City are two teams that have taken an interest in the player. I mean, listen, relax yourself, yeah? He's had a few wavy games in the Champions League. Even I've held my hands up and said, yeah, he's better than I thought he was. But this guy, I mean, let me show you the remainder of what he said. This is just outrageous. This is where I just walk away from the deal when I see things like this. He goes on to say, together with Mbappe, Rafael Leao and Vinicius Jr., Mudryk is the strongest player in that position, a.k.a. left wing. By the way, is he better than Sterling, Son, Sadio Mane, Leroy Sané? I think he needs to relax. He said, is 40 million euros enough to buy him? He said, we do not speak to these figures, not even for 50 million euros. We value Mudryk more than Antony, who cost 100 million euros. Carlo Nicolini, I don't know what he's drinking, smoking. I don't know what's going on over there. But he needs to relax. He needs to relax. You're getting carried away here. Timbo, the hustle's the hustle, and I rate it. He's trying to get that dough. I respect it. But he needs to relax. He's putting him in a bracket with Kylian Mbappe, Rafael Leao, and Vinicius Jr. Now, relax yourself. So, the car park Mudryk thing, that nickname may have to come back. You're just an Asda winger, mate. You know what I mean? I'm not interested. I don't want to hear 100 million euros for a guy that's got 8 goals in the Ukraine League. Relax yourself. You got a couple goals in Champions League. Move. Ain't no paying no 100 million. You ain't going to get 100 million from no one for him. So relax. I don't know what he's dealing with over there. Trust me, I'm more than happy to go and just take a Trossard for 30 million. I'm telling you, I'm happy with Martinelli and Saka being 1 and 2 as the wingers. Smith Rowe comes back. We need the 4th one. I'll take a Trossard for 30 million. I'll take a Wilfried Zaha with 6 months left. I ain't trying to pay 100 million for some Asda car park winger. Leave him alone, man. We step away from that. Leave him. He can sit there. I doubt if Man City are trying to get him as well, man. It's easy, innit? You know, when you're trying to sell a player, oh, Man City want him. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Relax. Yeah, this guy, I like him. I don't know how you pronounce this guy. Kvaratskhelia? The brother at Napoli, anyway. He's rapid. He's a baller. But we know Napoli are one of the hardest teams to buy players off. Napoli are top of the league. Look how long it took, you know, Koulibaly to leave. He only left when he was past his best. Higuain cost about 80 million. Osimhen, they want a fortune for him as well. So it's very difficult to get players out of Napoli. People saying I've butchered his name. As long as you know what I meant, that's all we need. As long as you know what I was talking about, then mission accomplished. But yeah, I've destroyed his name probably. I can't lie. Shaquille, yeah, I don't know who I was talking. I thought I was saying Shakira, whenever. You know what I mean? It was all mad. I don't know what. Nimbo is Sunday. It's been a long week. Forgive me, man. I called him Shakira. I don't know what's going off, but you know what I'm talking about. The wavy baller for Napoli. So Roll said, Asda more like Lidl, man. Yeah, man. Bun that guy 100 million. Stay over there, man. Big C, I'm glad you said about Mitrovic in the stream the other day. It's mad to think Eddie is on 100k, Mitrovic is on 60. It would be so good for us when we need to rough up, man. 100%. Mitrovic is a good player. Mitrovic will get 15 to 20 goals this year in a newly promoted team. That is elite goal scoring, let me tell you. That's elite. Gabriel Jesus, listen, I love Gabby, and I'll, you know, I support Gabby all the way. Gabby's never scored more than 15 Premier League goals. Playing for Man City, who create chances for fun. I'd take Mitrovic all day long at Arsenal as a plan B for Gabby. Could even play up front with him. Man said Curtis Lyle and Robbie Shaw butchering names. Listen, I think he would have butchered it more than me. I've heard his pronunciations, man. But yeah, man, it's a tough one. Man said, hips don't lie. Marika, Shakira. Wycliffe in the background. It's all mad, people. It's been a long week. I can't lie. PSV, yeah, it took a while to get over that. And Southampton, I was fuming with that one. I can't lie. But we are where we are. We can see why Gabby hasn't broken those numbers. Doesn't finish his dinner. You know, when the baby's hungry and you feed him, you got to eat your dinner. Otherwise, you're going to keep crying. Gabby, you're in tears right now, my friend. Finish your dinner, mate. It's on a plate. I think he'll score today. I'm saying it from now. We got 8 minutes till kickoff. Gabriel Jesus bags today. Yeah, I'm not getting away from it. If he don't bag today, then I'm panicking. Time yourself out. I can go if you want, guys. 3 minutes. I'll time it. I'll turn the screen off. We'll come back. If you insist that my singing and my song wasn't good enough, I'll go for 3 minutes. I got on that step with Ben, who compared Vieira to Messi. Nelson said, we need a full sing-along stream. Your bars are elite. Listen, I've said many times, if this YouTube don't work out, I'm going on X Factor. Something must be able to happen. We can even do a little mix. I'll start with some dancehall. I'll go to some hip-hop. Then I'll try some R&B. Something must work. One of them must be a hit. If not, then we'll leave it. Let's have a look, people. TTV said, Curtis, I hope you're well. Love your content. Big up, big up, big up. Respect. We're here, people. D Solo said, yo, salute Big C. Come on, you Gunners. I'm going today. People asking for the prediction. Now I've seen the teams. I'm going for a 3-0 win today. I think we score in the first half and we beat them. I think if we go 1-0 up early and they have to come and attack us a little bit, we'll pick them off. Sean Paul tribute act. Doughty, And say to the poor them, to the poor them. Oh, we can make it happen, people. I'm here. I'm ready for it. The World Cup's coming soon. We're gonna have to find some entertainment on the channel. We'll keep it moving. Dirty, yeah. Yo, anyway, let me get back. I'm going for 3-0. Gabriel Jesus bags today. He bags. He has to. He has to bag today. Please, Gabby as well. Do not get a yellow card, please. We cannot go to Stamford Bridge with Eddie up front. I know we won there last year with Eddie, but it was different. We were scrambling. No. Aubameyang's going to be motivated next week. I need Gabby. I need Saliba. Gabby and Saliba are on 4 yellow cards each. 1 yellow card, suspended. You missed the game at the Bridge. Ziggy said, where is the part-time Zinchenko? Big up for the super chat. People, real talk. Like, ask the brother the question in the press conference. Because I don't even see no questions about Zinchenko anymore in the press conference. Are they banned from saying his name? Do we not deserve to know how long he's out for? I understand you're playing mind games, you're saying he might be available and then he's not in the squad. Oh, we fooled them. They thought Zinchenko was going to play. No one's expecting Zinchenko to play now. This is clearly a long-term injury. He's got a bad calf problem. Just let us know what's going on. I never saw this kind of injury at Manchester City. He's come and played a half a dozen games for Arsenal and his calf's collapsed. What's going on? The Arsenal curse, man. I'm telling you, people. I've said this many times and people think this is a myth, right? This is genuine knowledge within football circles, right? If any of you know anyone who knows a Premier League player or anything, if you've got any kind of contact with anyone who knows someone who's ever played in the Prem, it is common knowledge that people say Arsenal's training ground, the pitch is rock hard. The pitch is like concrete. I've spoke to many players who've trained there. They go, the pitch is rock hard at Arsenal. They're like, obviously it's a carpet, but it's very hard. And it's no coincidence. All these players come to Arsenal and get injured. Partey missed 5 games in 3 years at Atletico. Comes to Arsenal, Indomie noodles settings. Zinchenko, Man City, didn't play every week, but plays a lot. Comes to Arsenal, the calf's disappeared, mate. It's gone. Calf's just gone missing. Do you know what I mean? It's wild. It's absolutely wild. This has been happening since Wenger years ago. Welbeck and all these players mash up when they come to Arsenal. Yeah, is it the medical team? Is it the pitch? What's going on? Crazy people. I'm telling you now, Partey and them, man, please just look after them. The Arsenal medical team has been sus for years. There are better grounds in League 2. Tomiyasu been injury prone since he's been here. Coughs as well. Son is out. Let's go Solagard. He should be fine today. We're 5 minutes from kickoff, people. We are 5 minutes from kickoff. Looking forward to the game. My prediction, I'm going for 3-0. I'm going for 3-0. I think we're gonna score in the first 20 minutes and pull them apart and beat them. If it's 0-0 at half-time, I'll panic. They need to eat that hard food. I'm telling you, man, some soft players, man. Kai said, what the F do Arsenal not change the training pitch then if it's rock solid? I'm sure we have the money to change it. I don't understand it. Don't understand it. A lot of people say it. The pitch is rock hard. England trained there a couple times and they've complained about it. It's there. Check it on Google. A couple times England have played at Wembley. They've trained at Arsenal's training ground and they've said the pitch is rock hard there. It's no coincidence. We need to nab Cavaradonna before Real Madrid and that. Hey, I like that. You said your message in the name anyway. South London's finest, 3-0 to Arsenal. New merch, yeah, don't worry. There'll be new merch soon, people. Players are on the pitch. Players are on the pitch. And listen, this is an important game for Arsenal today. They need to win this. As I said, anybody got any streams to share, throw them in the chat. As I said earlier in my little rant, it's an embarrassment that this game is not even on TV in the UK. There is no other Premier League game on at 2 o'clock, apart from this one. And you know what? You spend all that money on Sky and BT, we won't even put it on. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Appreciate that. Delighted. Gabriel Jesus. I think Jesus scores 2 today. I'm saying it. I'm backing him. He needs that psychological support from us. Gabby gets 2 goals today. 3-0 win to Arsenal. Clip it. And when it happens, come back and, yeah, man, give me the props. If we drop points today, by the way, if we draw or get beat, yeah, it's an absolute meltdown tomorrow. Like, if we don't win this game, it's a meltdown. Simple. We have to win this game. Forest haven't won a game in the Prem away from home all season, and we've won every home game. So we have to win this game. We're a minute to kick off, people. I think the dot-along's back, actually. I thought I'd try and get the dot-along back today, especially with the game not being on TV. So the dot-along should kick in when we kick off, people. Why is it not on TV? Better coverage in the US. Big up everyone watching. 2.5K on YouTube. Really appreciate it. 49 of you on Twitch. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, all of that good stuff, people. Anonymous user said, meltdown incoming. Nah, man, we're Gucci, man. We're winning this. 3-1, 3-0, 3-0. We're not conceded. Premier League should have their own app. Simple, innit? Simple. Game is underway, people. Game is underway. Let's get the timer on. Big game today. Must win for Arsenal. And let's see if we go 3-point collecting, people. All right, Snake Eyes coming in on Smokey wants 3,000 likes. Yeah, we ain't leaving until we get 3,000 likes. We need 3,000. Simple as that. Andre, 3,000 people. Hey, ya. Oh, oh. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, ya. Oh, oh. Hey, shout out Julian Tracy, man. Julie. One time for the Julie. Julian Tracy, man. Big up, big up, big up, big up. We're underway, people. We're underway. Arsenal shooting from left to right towards the clock end. Why is Sky not putting it on? Because, you know what? Sky like taking all our money and not giving us much back. So, yeah, big up Sky. Thanks a lot. I'll be coming off there next week. Next season, rather. Lick down the likes, people. Lick down the likes. And we're underway. We need to win this. This has to be 3 points. Just please, no Jesse Lingard. No Jesse Lingard goal, people. That's all we need. I can't take Lingard scoring again. He always seems to score against us. And this year, we need to make sure it don't happen. I can't deal with a Jesse Lingard moonwalk this season. That is for sure. I'm about 20 seconds behind. Listen, I've got 3 things going on. I'm giving you my picture here. I've got a stream here on my phone. I've got a stream on the TV. And I've got the dot along. And they're all at different points of the game. So we're freestyling today. I can't lie, people. Galvin said, just joining the stream. Where's your Mikel Arteta Halloween costume? That would have been a good idea, actually. You know what? I don't have nothing to do with Halloween, man. I don't rate it. When you really look at what Halloween is, it's a bit dodgy, really, isn't it? I stay pretty much away from it. But yeah, that would be a good fancy dress outfit. Little Lego haircut and that. Big up Omar. See you net. Let's go. Let's go, people. Saka's limping already. Just took a kick. Where can I watch? Listen, anyone got links in the chat? Throw them in there. And people have a look. I know they say, is it the Peacock channel in America? Jersey said that bench is poverty. It is. We need handouts. That's the best we got. Bali TV said, same Halloween just isn't me. When you really look at what it is, it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad, really, isn't it? Halloween. Yeah, I don't really deal with it. I can't lie. Arsenal shooting from left to right, dominating the ball at the moment. Big up Kamani, man. Big up Kurtz. Hope you and the fam are well. Hope you're good, bro. Hope you are good. The dot along, basically, man. If you missed that stream or them, that was last season, right? We couldn't get the game on TV anywhere, not even on a stream. So we just basically followed this at the bottom, and just followed the moving screen. Christmas is goated, though. Yeah, man, listen. Even Christmas a bit, but, you know, the food, the presents, the time off. You can't go wrong, can you? The dot along was legendary. Oh, you're still a Wimbledon fan? Mate, they hustled me, man. They took money out of the account and all sorts. I was vexed. They did me, man. They were sending me emails for about 3 months. And then I finally managed to get off there. Forest in possession. Is that Lodi? That's Lodi, innit? I can't believe this Lodi. Is it Renan Lodi? The man starts left back for Brazil. Atletico Madrid last year. I remember watching him against Man U last year in the Champions League. Now the man's playing left back at Forest. Is the power of the Prem. He's probably on more money at Forest in the Prem than he was at Atletico Madrid. That's how crazy it is. Is Gabriel Jesus on the attack? We lost possession. We need a goal from Gabby today, man. I'm telling you. Respect the hustle. Big up, Chris. Hey, we're working, man. 3 screens growing on. It's all mad. Like I said, people, I might do the Manchester United game after this. As long as this goes to plan and we win the game. If we drop points. Yes! Arsenal take the lead. 1-0 to the Gunners. 1-0. Was that Martinelli who scored? I've got it on the small screen. I'm about to see it. Nelly scored. Martinelli has given Arsenal the lead. See, I'm looking at different screens here, people. Martinelli gives Arsenal the lead. Come on! Goal scorer for Arsenal. Number 11, Gabriel Martinelli. Come on. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I said 3-0 today. Gabriel Martinelli, 5 minutes into the game. And we take the lead. Decent finish that. Well worked. We've been the dominant team in the first half. Pablo Mari tribute. Yeah, Pablo Mari, of course, who was stabbed last week. Terrible. Bit of a tribute there. 1-0 to the Gunners. Great start. 5 minutes in. Ball was put out wide. I'm just seeing the second replay of it. Great finish. Header at the near post, crossed in by Saka, gets across. They always tell you, run across that front man. When the ball's whipped in, make the run across him. Little flick on head on near post. Fantastic finish, 1-0 to the Gunners. Get in there. 3-0, I'm telling you, 3-0. I think we can get more. I love that, love that. I didn't even see that. Martinelli pulled out the Gabriel Jesus t-shirt. What a celebration. That makes me proud to be a Gooner, I can't lie. Martinelli, absolute beast. Great header. And the celebration for Pablo Mari. 1-0 to the Gunners, people. Great start. Absolutely brilliant start. 1-0. You're back on the betting shop settings. All this. Bruv, I got 3 screens going on. It's all mad. Corner to Arsenal. We started the game well. Forest are struggling to live with us. We're moving the ball quickly, man. I reckon 3 or 4 today. Let's really get the numbers up. I said it at the start of the stream. Gabriel Jesus will score 2 today. So I'm hoping for a couple of goals from him. Fantastic goal, that. I love that goal. The movement across the near post. It's not even a great cross from Saka, really. But he turns it into a great cross. Come on, he said 1-0 to Arsenal. Christian says, brilliant header from Martinelli. What a ball from Saka. Red Star said, Jesus is his triple captain, so you definitely need a goal. The Shore Derby, yeah, man. I was on a show the other day. Friday. On Door on Tour, Nottingham Forest channel with Kevin Campbell. We said it was the Kevin Campbell derby. But I'm calling it the Shore Derby, Kev. You know, Shore Derby. Forest on the ball. Ball won back there. Arsenal keep possession well. Interesting. Serge Aurier at right back. My volume is very low. So I can't tell. Are they booing him? Oh, I just seen the Jesus chance. Gabby, man. He's got to start finishing these chances. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not, I've just seen the replay there. It's not an easy chance. He's hit it. It's a good, what I noticed with Jesus a lot, right, which I think maybe he needs to stop doing. He gets the ball on his right foot. And it's like he always does the fake shot back onto his left. I mean, listen, he sent that defender there for his dinner, but you want him to hit the target. He needs to score. Needs to score today. He really does. Today and Zurich, bottom of the Prem, bottom of the Europa League. It's a great opportunity for Gabby Jesus to get some goals, man. Saka looks lively, but he's been kicked a few times. Oh, they had a shot there, Forest. Just seen the replay of it. Ben White on the ball for Arsenal. This stream here is about 30 seconds ahead of this one, I think, that I'm watching here. So I'm forgive me, I'm going from screen to screen. I am like a bookmakers today. It's like Ladbrokes. Big C still has love for Nottingham Forest, but he's a gooner through and through. 100%. 100%. I said that on the channel the other day. I said, listen, I want Forest to stay up, but they need to hold smoke today. We need to batter Forest today. I want confidence. I want goals. And I just want to make sure Jesus and Saliba don't get a yellow card. That's the other thing. Here's Odegaard for Arsenal, right-hand side. Come on, Jesus, man. We need a goal from you today. I want 2 goals from him. Jesus got to change them cleats. Yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe he's got the wrong boots on. Big up Ziggy, man. Ball goes out for a throw-in. How are you watching today, says John. Listen, man, you know there's ways and means, but yeah. Man doesn't have end product. These are games, man, where you get your numbers up as well, you know, when you're playing teams not as... I think Forest have got the 2nd or 3rd worst defence in the league. I need Saka to score. Put him in my FPL team. Well, he's got the assist, so that's a few points. Here is Saka again, people, left-hand side. And Saka looks as if he could be injured, people. It's a corner to Arsenal. I'm worrying about Saka. I know Saka often kind of limps around the pitch a little bit. Always looks a little bit injured, but I think he's in a bit of pain. Corner to Arsenal. This is not good. Watch Balogun at Rhymes. Is it Rhymes or Rems? I don't know how I say it. Man can shoot for sure. I think Balogun could be better than Eddie. I got to be honest. I know we haven't seen him in the Prem. But I think he could be. Martinelli on the ball for Arsenal. Don't forget, Arsenal lead 1-0. Goal was scored by Gabriel Martinelli. Lovely header across the near post. Whipped in by Saka. King Henry said, check your email. Big up, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, bruv. I will check and try and get that one on the TV, because the one I've got on the TV is about 30 seconds behind. Saka is definitely limping a little bit. Even there, just doesn't look to be moving freely at the moment. It's pronounced Reams. Okay. I'm always like, is it Reams? Is it Rhymes? It's a mad one. First community meet. We'll get it done. As soon as this World Cup break starts, I'm already getting it organised a little bit. Drew Bellingham, MCFC. I like the presumption. I'm a City fan. I feel I need Ramsdale to have a clean sheet. You got him in your FPL team, yeah? You'd like to think that Arsenal could keep a clean sheet today. I think Forest have scored 8 goals in the Prem. Let's have a look. Forest, 8 goals they've scored in 12 games. Arsenal have scored 25. Man City, 37. So I would be disappointed if we didn't get a clean sheet. Will you do a lone watch over the World Cup? Yeah, man. We're going to get loads of content out. We're going to do watch-alongs for the World Cup. I'm going to pick and choose. I cherry-pick the games, you know. Even in the Euros, I didn't do many group games. But I will do some of them. We'll definitely be doing watch-alongs for the World Cup. And like I said, I may even do the Man United-West Ham game today at 4:15, people. So look out for that. I'll let you know at the end of this stream whether we're going to do that or not. I'm better. Annie said I'm better than Eddie, Big C. Well, let's see. Let's hope Gabby doesn't get a yellow, because otherwise he'll be playing against Chelsea next week, Eddie. Big C, what's your thoughts on Tielemans' recent form? Do you know what? I was travelling yesterday and I watched the Leicester v Man City game, and I was keeping a close eye on him. I like Tielemans and I don't at the same time. What I like about him is his quality on the ball, his passing range and his ability to shoot. What I don't like about him is he is slow. You know, Tielemans is slow, man. He can't run. That's the only thing I don't really like about him. But, yeah, he's good on the ball. I think we need someone mobile as well. Maybe we need 2 centre mids, but... Yeah, Tielemans is very, very slow off the ball. That's the only thing I don't like. Big up Justin, man. Hope you're well, bro. He said, how's Lingard starting for Forest? Waste of money. Listen, Lingard made a very, very strange decision going to Forest. West Ham wanted him. He'd been on loan to West Ham. Had a fantastic half a season. He had a chance of getting in the England squad. He could have probably gone to the World Cup if he'd done well for West Ham. And he goes to Forest. Like, I'm glad for Forest that they got him, but he's not doing anything for them. They're paying him nearly 200 grand a week. I better not diss him too much, though, in case he bags. He tried to outpace Saliba there. That was never going to happen. But yeah, he's just collecting his check, man. He's just collecting. Jesus' shot was blocked there. Henderson has possession now. Yeah, we need another goal. You would think, though, at that stage in his career, what is he, 28? 27, 28? Why would you be making a decision at 27, 28 to just go and get dough? He's been on big money at Man United for a while, so he's not broke. It's not like West Ham were going to pay him 20 grand a week. I'm sure he'd have got 100 grand plus. A strange decision. Really bad decision. Because West Ham probably won't want him now. So, yeah, it's a strange one. Pat said Saliba pocketed him. Listen, Saliba's pure class, man. Proper weirdo Lingard. He's meant to be a decent guy from what I've heard. I know a few people at Forest. They say he's a cool guy, but I think his mind is on other things. He's getting his dough. He's setting up his brand and all of that. Omar said, setting an alarm, worth it so far. Listen, I think we're playing decent. Keeping the ball well. And Bakayo. There's an injury here. It's not looking good. Not looking good, people. Saka down. Who do you bring on? Is he going to do it? Listen, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much because these management, recruitment, you decided to take a chance, and this is what happens. And now, look, these men are going to bring Eddie and Ketty on. You got two wingers on the bench, and you're going to bring Eddie on for Saka. Like, what do I say? Saka's down injured. They've kicked him. What is the actual problem? Is it his ankle? I think it's the ankle. Has he gone over on it, or was it a kick? I don't know what caused it, but he's up now. Is he going to carry on? And yeah, any injury. I mean, they're showing again. They're seeing again. Oh, he seemed to jar his foot. Oh man, he's hurt there. You're gonna have to ice that at half time. Game's back underway. He hasn't come off. I think he's twinged his ankle there. You know when he stops at half time? I've done that before. You twinge your ankle, yeah. You think, oh, you keep playing. It'll hurt a bit, but you can still play. As soon as he sits down at half time, that ankle will just, the pain will increase. I'll be surprised if he comes out for the second half. El Marlo said, go get Trossard, 6 months left on his contract. It's a no-brainer. I'm still not sure if Trossard has got an option to extend them. I'm pretty sure I read that Brighton can extend it for another year. So it's not easy to get him, but I'd love to get him. He's playing too much. Rhymes is pronounced rants, like trance, but with the T. Okay, fair enough. I'll probably still end up calling him Reams or Rems anyway. Watch him be out for 6 months. Tweaked ankle can be anything. A week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. You just don't know. Spurs for Life said does have the option. Yeah, because they seem too calm with it, Brighton. There must be an option to extend. Dex said, Curtis, I said 3 times, who do you think will win the World Cup? Also, do you think Argentina will break Italy's 37 unbeaten? They're one of the favourites for the World Cup. They're the most informed team in world football. And it's also Messi's last World Cup. He's going to be absolutely desperate to win it. Because a lot of people still hold that against Messi in the GOAT debate. Well, he can't be the GOAT. He hasn't won the World Cup. But I think Argentina are one of the favourites. Argentina, Brazil, probably. They're the two. France look a little bit disjointed. I think there's problems in the French camp this year. I don't know why. King Creo time, we went back to Nike. The socks are terrible. I have to admit, I don't know why, I always like Nike sponsoring Arsenal more than Adidas. Even though Adidas they do make nice kits. But yeah, maybe I'm more of a Nike fan. Is Saka going to be able to get through the first half? Pascal Gross, he's not a bad player as well. He's not a bad player. No false scores, man. That's a timeout straight away. It's not 1-1, people. Don't panic. Bring Puma back. Nah, we don't want to see Puma. Puma was a shambles. They made 1 or 2 decent kits, but nah, we don't want Puma back. Cleared off the line, half chance there for Arsenal. Should have done better. It's a goal kick to Forest. Saka's still limping, by the way. Saka is still limping. Omar really thought it was 1-1. Yeah, apologies, man. Someone put a false score. I've timed him out. Listen, let me tell you something. Take Saka off. Take him off. Listen, if he's injured, if he's tweaked the ankle, take him off. You're doing more damage by allowing him to stay on the pitch. Unless it's not that bad. But you got to take him off. I don't want to take him off. You know, you got to take him off, unfortunately. Who do you bring on is the question. That one was cleared off the line, but the Martinelli one, that was good shot. Good job they had a guy on the line. It would have been 2. Yeah, he's got to come off. And this is what I say with Mikel Arteta. I know you love him. We all love him. We play Chelsea next week. We don't want to go to Stamford Bridge with, Nelson playing right wing or something. No disrespect. Just take him off. Take him off. I used to say this all the time, innit? He will never take him off. Unless he physically can't move, Saka will never get taken off. I don't know why. Who would you bring on, people, is the question. Do you put Nelson on the right? Do you put Marquinhos on the right? Do you put Fabio Vieira on the right? Is he going to maybe bring on Nketiah and play him wide? I wouldn't do that, but Trossard is the best winger in the Prem right now. Is he the best winger in the Prem? He's one of the most informed because a lot of the big wingers aren't playing that well. Really? Son isn't playing that well. Sterling isn't. Yeah, man. Ahmed Sissoko, big up my bro Curtly, the Oxtail Harry Kane. No. I don't want no Harry Kane comparisons. Although I do like Oxtail, but no Harry Kane business. But big up yourself. Put Marquinhos on. Yeah, listen, I'd be tempted to just throw Marquinhos in and say, have a go, man. We need to see what you're about. We haven't seen him in the Prem. Why not? We've seen Nelson. Fabio Vieira out wide didn't really work the other day, so I'd go for Marquinhos. Up against Lodi, Brazilian right back. It ain't your clients, Zaha and Rashi for sure. I'm telling you. I'll take them both at the carpet, man. Bring them both. Forest on the attack. We got to be careful here. Lodi, we win the ball back. Eddie warming up. Listen, we know what's going to happen already, mate. We know. I don't need to be a rocket scientist. Any opportunity he's got to bring Eddie on the pitch, Eddie's coming on the pitch. We all know this. Oh, let's get Marquinhos, Reese Nelson. No, he's going to bring Eddie on. He's going to play Eddie wide. He might even push Jesus to the right and play Eddie through the middle. Any opportunity to bring his steps on, and he'll be on. Fair play to Forest. They're hanging in the game. They are still trying to create. And 1-0 is dangerous. This is the thing. Over the last few weeks, we've clung to 1-0 a little bit too much. We've got to go and get that second and third goal. Listen, it'll be Sherman Clump, man. Let's be real. It's going to be Nutty Professor to come on. Yeah, 14 warming up. Sherman! Hercules! Of course he's coming on, man. Edward's going to come on. We all know it. Saliba looks like he's walking in the park. I don't mind as long as we don't concede. Arsenal on the ball. Ben White on the right-hand side. I'm honestly not sure if Tomiyasu will get back in this team at right back the rest of the season if Ben White stays fit. I have to give a lot of credit to Ben White. I was never the biggest fan of him, even at centre-back. He's been brilliant on the right. Surely he goes to the World Cup as a centre-back / right-back. You have to take him. Oh, George said Jesus is a glorified Lacazette. Damn, I don't want to start saying it because I don't want to speak it into existence. He's, I still believe there's goals there. Forest on the ball, keeping possession. Don't make me laugh, man. I've got COVID and can't breathe. Hey, get well soon, bro. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're all well. Maybe Lingard went to Forest for the nightclubbing in Nottingham, you know. He's probably moonwalking all over the Nottingham nightclubs, picking up 200 bags a week, chilling. Jesus has found Lacazette's donuts. Man left some Dunkin' Donuts in his cupboard at Arsenal. Jesus has found them. Turned into Lacazette. Number 14. It's amazing how numbers change, eh? Did you ever rate Aurier? Listen, I'll be honest, there was a time when Arsenal were trying to sign him from PSG. I thought he was decent at PSG. He was a beast. He came to the Prem, he just looked a little bit too, like, I don't know, he was too aggressive. He'd get sent off, he was fouling a lot. Yeah, man, he wasn't amazing in the Prem. Not a bad signing for Forest, let's be real. If you've just been promoted, Aurier's not bad. Odegaard on the ball, needs to get on the ball more. People saying Odegaard is hiding. We need him to get creative, man. I need a Gabriel Jesus goal here, man. Maybe the number 9 curse is similar to Chelsea. It's a good point. You know, what number 9 has... Who's the last number 9 who thrived at Arsenal? Francis Jeffers was number 9. Lacazette was number 9. They definitely weren't successful. I think Park Chu-young wore number 9. So, number 9 ain't worked here. Saka's down. It's done. It's done. At times, like, what does this manager think sometimes? He's injured. Stevie Wonder can see the man's injured. Take him off. Just get it over with. We're all in agony. Just bring Eddie on for him. You're obviously going to bring Eddie on. You don't need to be stupid. He's going to bring Edward on the pitch. He's looked injured for 10 minutes. And you wait for him to go on the floor for the second time before you decide, oh, actually, maybe I should take him off. Maybe he's injured. Yes, he is injured. Take him off the pitch. We play Chelsea next week. We can't go to Stamford Bridge with Reese Nelson playing right wing. What are we doing? Just get him off the damn pitch. He's like, can he walk? Yeah, he can walk, but his ankle's, you know, in bits. Yeah, just leave him on. Take the man off. Just bring Sherman Klump on, man. Just get him on. We all know what's happening, so just get it over with. Professor Klump's coming on. Simple things, people. Saka's done. The ankle's rolled. I tell you something. Let me tell you something. Oh, Reese. It's Reese. I'm actually quite happy with that. Because at least he's direct. They're showing you the injury again. Do you know what? I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that. Do you know, when I played football, that was my injury that I did a few times. Just tweaking the ankle. It'll be... The man was holding hands with the physio then. He'll be lucky to come back next week. I'm worried about that. Oh... That's bad, man. That is not good. Rolled ankle can be a couple of weeks. Saka's off, people. This is not good. This is not good. I think he'll be all right for the World Cup, but I'm thinking about Chelsea. He's rolled it as well. He's done it. It's not like it was an impact. Reese Nelson, come on, Reese, man. Please, I actually want Reese Nelson to prove himself. It's a corner to Arsenal. I want Reese to do something because this guy, they used to say this guy was better than Sancho in the England youth team. I mean, rolled ankle usually took me 2 to 3 weeks, 3 at the most. What do they say? Rice, rest. What was the thing? Rest. forget what the rest, ice, compression, elevation. Basic physiotherapy there, people. FA level 2 coaching. It's a bit different with them. Them man can take pain-killing injections and get through games and stuff. Martinelli's looked lively today, by the way. I'm enjoying his performance. Come on, Reese, man. Rescue yourself. Listen, if Granit Xhaka can rescue his Arsenal career, anyone can. The fans will back Reese. He's a young player. He's quick. He's direct. He's got something. He just doesn't show it enough, unfortunately. Reese is done out here, says King Creo. Man's on him already. Let's see, man. Listen, get a goal. Martinelli is an amazing player. Reese, drop a masterclass. But listen, somebody like Reese Nelson becoming, playing really well could save us a lot of money. Could save us a lot of money, which we need at the end of the day. We wouldn't have to go and buy Mudryk if Nelson could come in and offer us something, Yeah, get behind him, man. He's Hale End. And I think he is. He's got pace. He's direct. He just needs more end product. Forest in possession. Time for Reese Pieces to shine. Yeah, man, listen. This is last chance saloon for him at the end of the day this season. If it doesn't happen this season, he'll be gone. Reese scoring from 40 yards out scenes. I'll go absolutely crazy, mate, if he scores. I really want him to do well. Ish, I agree. I'm happy he didn't bring Eddie on because that Eddie playing out wide experiment, it didn't work last week. So you got to try something different. And he has. So fair play to him. Forest in possession. Aurier just over the halfway line. Forest is still in this game until we get the second goal. The game's in the balance. We need the second one. I think the second goal finishes Forest off. 1-0, they'll still feel they're in it. Reese just needs some confidence as this game goes. I think he could do something. Yeah, man, listen, he's got a chance. He's up against Lodi, who is a decent fullback, but still. Brenazir Guna said, Vieira out wide. It looks as if he's going to save Vieira maybe if he makes that central substitution and takes Odegaard off. Gibbs White on the ball for Forest. I think they paid 42 million for this guy from Wolves. 25 up front, 17 in add-ons. Nelson's last chance. Nelson is better than Eddie. Nelson is direct. I think it's Nelson's time. These men went after Saka. They did. I said before, they'll turn it into a championship game if they can. They'll kick us. They'll rough us up. We got to accept it. We got to understand it's part of football now. Everyone was moaning last week on social media about that Southampton defender and the way he roughed us up and dealt with us like a UFC fighter. I looked at it like, well, what do you want them to do? Southampton aren't as good as us on the ball. They're not going to come here and try and out-football us. So they roughed us up and we couldn't handle it. And at 1-0, it got them back into it. Now we need to deal with that when they do that for us. We've got to get the second goal. We've actually gone into our shell a little bit. We're playing a little bit slow. Forest have the ball. They'll go all the way back to Henderson. I think Forest will be happy with this. I think 1-0, at half-time. They'll be sitting there going, you're still in this. This is a Premier League. You can get a goal out of nothing. First 15, I thought we were playing really well. Game's gone a little bit flat, and I think they've disrupted us. They've kicked us a little bit. Saka, who was looking lively, got the assist. He's come off. Partey making mistakes, giving the ball away. We got away with that one. Lingard shot nearly at the corner flag, just seeing the replay there. But Thomas Partey caught on the ball. John said, Reese Nelson on for Saka. Very weak option from the bench for a team that wants to finish top 4. Poor squad build. Listen, I give Arteta all his credit for what he's done this season and putting us in a brilliant position that we didn't expect. But the reality is, for a manager that spent £350 million, I expect us to have a stronger bench than the one we've got at the moment. No disrespect to Reese, because I think he has got some talent, but we keep banging the same drum. The drop-off is too big. Jesus for Nketiah, Partey for Lokonga, Saliba for Rob Holding. The drop-off is too big. He has to get better squad players in. Earl said, Big C, I've said over and over that we need a second squad to compete in the Premiership and European League. 100%. 100%. Yeah, Europa League's only going to get harder as you get to the knockout stage, and then you can rotate even less. So, as I've said, I think January will have a lot to do with what happens to us in the rest of the season. Reckless Child, and do you know what? I'm starting to agree with you on this. What I don't like, what we weren't doing at the start of the season, Arsenal have got a throw near the corner flag. Jesus is playing too deep. He's dropping into midfield. He's on the left. He's all over the place. Now, it's great for your team. Your team will love that because you're helping everyone. I want to see this guy in the penalty area. I want him shooting, and keeper saves it. And you need goals. I think we're trying to get Jesus to play how Lacazette played, because he's younger, because he's probably more mobile, got more energy. That is not what we need right now. It's not what we need. We need Gabriel Jesus in the penalty area, getting on the end of chances. He's all over the place. Every time I see him on the ball, he's everywhere. And it's the usual Gabby performance. The touches are tidy. He's moving the ball well. Good little 1-2 there with Martinelli. He's quality, but he has to be in the penalty area more. We brought him here to score. We brought him here to score goals, first and foremost. 3K views, I didn't even realise. Absolutely fantastic support, people. Really appreciate it. Can we get 2,000 likes at least? Although Snake Eyes asked for 3,000, so let's try and get 3,000 likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Arsenal lead 1-0. Gabriel Martinelli, who's on the ball now, by the way. We've given the ball away there. People saying Jesus took Lacazette's donuts during the international break. Jesus coming to the midfield. That's because Odegaard is not doing his job. And listen, I hear you on that. I don't think Odegaard he's not getting on the ball much today, which I knew Forest are going to try and deny us space and compress the midfield. And Odegaard's not seeing the ball that much. Martinelli, for me, has been arguably our best player. Jesus drops deep. We haven't got that ball carrying creative 8. I tend to agree with a lot of you, what you're saying. I think we're not getting the ball to Gabby. Some strikers are prepared to stay out of games for long periods and just say, the ball will come to me, right? I'll get my chance. Jesus isn't that. He wants the ball. He wants to touch. He wants to... So I think Gabby, we've got to create more chances for him. King Creo said our system kills strikers for some reason. It's happened for the last couple of years, hasn't it? Let's be honest. No striker has really thrived at Arsenal since Mikel Arteta took charge, apart from the first 6 months when he took over, when he kept things pretty much the same as it was. Aubameyang went downhill real quick. Lacazette never did anything. And Nketiah had a little hot streak but hasn't done anything. Now Gabby seems to be in a blank. This would be his 7th game without scoring, which is not good. You can't go that many games. Smokey said, worst thing is Pepe has started scoring again. I haven't really kept an eye on Pepe. I'm going to check his numbers. Jesus, 9 goal assists in 14 matches. Yeah, listen, that's good. That sounds great. But the reality is still nearly 6.5 games without scoring by the time we get to half time. That is a worry. Yeah, and he's starting to snatch at things a little bit. Apparently, Lacazette's got 10 goal assists this season as well, doing well over there. Partey on the ball in midfield. Needs to be tidier on the ball. Got caught earlier on and nearly cost us. 8 minutes till half-time, people. City have a big drop-off for Haaland. Didn't look the same yesterday, did they, Man City? It was only, I believe he's got a cold or something. But you can see if Haaland was out for a sustained period of time, I think City wouldn't quite be the same team. Natty said, Pepe is playing in the French league. Let's be real, it's way easier. We never got the best out of him, did we? I don't think the system even suited him. Cam said, if Odegaard had a right foot, I'm sure he'd have 5 goals by now. Shaquille said, let's be honest, Big C, the only person that would thrive up front with this system would be Alexis Sanchez. The difference with Alexis, the reason I loved Alexis so much and the reason I think he's one of the best players that we've had in the last 20 years is because he just needed the ball. He didn't even need service, Alexis. Just give me the ball, I'll make something happen. And that was the difference. We're starting, and I'm sorry to say this, because I hate even keep saying this, but we're starting to look tired again. It's such a strange situation. It's like it keeps repeating itself. Partey's giving the ball away. Keeps giving the ball away. It's like we go 1-0 down, corner to Forest now. We go 1-0 up. We get tired. We start giving possession away. We draw pressure on ourselves from the opposition. And then we end up throwing the game away. Our strikers at left back. Our centre mid's giving the ball away. It's poor. The first 20 minutes, we look fantastic. We look like this could be anything we want it to be. Now, I'm nervous that they could equalise. Thomas Partey, for some reason, just has these crazy lapses in concentration where he gives the ball away for no reason. Halby said, tied from what, bro? I've got no idea. You know, I've always said, right, pressure. Pressure does two things to you. You know, Jesus at left back tackling people. Pressure will tire you out because you can't handle it. And you'll be like, oh my God, you know, Man City are chasing us. Everyone expects us to win every game. Or it inspires you and you get even better. And I think this team I think the expectations weighing on them a little bit. People saying the trip to Ireland. What are you saying? They went Amsterdam after the game at a midweek trip away. Oh dear, they had a big night out in Dam. Jesus becoming last season's Lacazette, becoming more of a pressing forward instead of a more advanced forward. You can't deny that, you know. And I say that people are. There's no doubt the way Jesus is playing the last few games, it reminds you of Lacazette. Now, I'm not saying that's all his fault. Is he being asked to play like that? Surely Mikel Arteta, if he didn't want him to play like that, would instruct him not to do that. We had an attack there 20, 30 seconds ago. Martinelli's got the ball. Jesus wasn't even on the screen. Xhaka was up front. Odegaard's on the ball for us now. Can we create? We need to get him on the ball more. Partey's got to step up as well, giving the ball away too easy. Compare Aubameyang and Lacazette before, during and after Arteta. Look at how Jesus is doing. Nketiah is his player. See a pattern. The thing is, he bought Jesus and he's worked with him. So why would he... I don't know. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it, but it's frustrating because I thought Jesus was going to be a penalty box striker for us. I thought he'd get loads of tap-ins, good movement around the box. He's doing way too much. He's doing way too much. As a teammate, you probably love him because he does a lot. Even there, he played a nice pass out wide. But I want him in the penalty area. Here's Thomas Partey on the ball. We're moving the ball nicely. We're just not creating any major chances. Partey needs to be worried about his position, more competition, yeah, and he doesn't have to worry. A lot of them don't have to worry. He just keeps giving the ball away. Keeps giving the ball away. He can't pass. Saliba's been immense today, by the way. He's been absolutely immense, King Creo. He has you spot on. Kevin, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Curtis, are the players being overtrained to the point they're tired during matches? I think this year's Europa League, if I'm being honest, I think it's weighing heavier on us than any other season in the Europa League since we've been back in it. Because we used to just cruise through the Europa League groups, play the youngsters, leave half the team at home. And this season, we're taking the whole team. Oh, Thomas Partey, I mean, listen, tried the reverse pass and smashed it out for a goal kick. I like the idea, but geez, man. He's got a brick in his football boot today. The ball's just bouncing off him. I think he's wearing them Timberland boots everyone used to say that Lukaku wears. I don't know what's going on. Now Gabriel's moving mad as well. Partey's being booed, apparently. He's going to get that everywhere. He's going to get it everywhere. People aren't going to let him get away with it, whether he did or not. You know what football fans are like. Nelson ain't doing it for me. He hasn't been direct. He's playing like Pepe. I blame Arteta. He wants strikers to go deep and defend. I think he does. I think he does. Jeez, what are we doing? What are we... Look, I mean... Listen, I've said many times about Gabriel, right, that he's becoming a liability in this team. I don't care what anyone says. We're winning games at the moment in spite of him, not because of him. You can't do that. What he's done there, you can't do that. You can't do that in the Premier League. You just rolled the ball to Jesse Lingard under no pressure. Just clear it. Just clear it, bro. What? And then he's sticking his arms out like... I just don't understand. Listen, I look at it now. When Mikel Arteta wanted Lisandro, I was like, why do we want Lisandro for 40, 50 million? Why do we want a left-sided centre-back? We don't need one. When I'm looking at Gabriel at times, I'm like, you know what? I can see why he wanted a different centre-back. And I like him, but these little moments of madness are just ridiculous. How can you just pass the ball to their player in your own penalty area like that? It's a shambles. I like him, but what? Can I keep saying, oh, I like him? He gives the ball away. Shambolic. That is a Mustafi thing. Mustafi used to do that. You're right, 8-8. Give the ball away, then throw your arms up. Oh, whose fault is it? Not mine. Gibbs White got the yellow. Xhaka. Xhaka's down now, injured. You know what I mean? Who are you going to bring on? Sambi. Wow. Rattled him. I think that's a yellow. I don't think it's a red. I think it's a yellow. Ben White, centre-back. Tommy, right-back. Left-back, Tierney. Is Gabriel a new Mustafi? I think he's better than that. Listen, I like Gabriel. So I don't want people to think, you know, I'm not turning on Gabriel, but ultimately, the best defenders make the fewest mistakes. He's made a number of mistakes this season, what fortunately we've got away with. Kicked out at Bamford, got away with it. Gave away a penalty against Tottenham. We got away with it, won the game. Liverpool missed the Trent pass. We were down, got away with it. Today, gives the ball straight to Lingard, got away with it. Probably should have scored. So, it's... Xhaka's fine now, by the way. And we're back on the ball. We've got a minute till half-time. There was 2 minutes added on, I believe. I'm a little bit disappointed with this last 20 minutes. I think we could have been going in at half-time thinking the game is over. We're now kind of... The game's in the balance. Throw into Arsenal. I think if you're in that Forest dressing room, you're saying you're still in this. And that's a little bit frustrating. Martinelli on the ball. Can we get a second before half-time? Ray John said, I like Charlie Patino. We'll replace Granit next. Thank you for the super chat. He's having a great season at Blackpool. But the Prem and the Championship is a lot different, you know. But hopefully he's matured. Because I remember last year against Forest in the FA Cup, he got bullied. But hopefully this spell in the Championship has strengthened him a little bit and got him used to men's football. This is bottom of the league. Forest we're supposed to be challenging. Listen, Forest are organised. They've got Chet Kiyate in midfield, who is an absolute giant. You all remember him from Crystal Palace. They've got Ryan Yates, who is an absolute run-through brick wall, you know, never stop running kind of centre mid. And they've got, is it Freuler, who plays centre mid for Switzerland next to Xhaka and played for Atalanta last year. So they've got 3 midfielders that are going to cover every blade of grass. They're going to run. They're big. They're going to tackle. They're not going to make it easy. Half-time whistle goes. Half-time whistle goes, people. Now, listen, we're winning 1-0. You can never be disappointed when your team is winning. We're here for 3 points and we're winning the game. That's fine. We need the second goal. We need to step up a little bit in that second half. There seems to be a recurring theme that we dominate and then we take our foot off the gas. Let me get the tweet out. Dominated first 20. Slowed down after that. We need the second goal. finish this off. 1-0 is a dangerous score. And Saka's injury as well. Gabriel Jesus, I mean, Gabby. One thing I want to know is that an instruction from the manager? Why is Gabriel Jesus all over the pitch? Why? I'm going to tweet that as well. Would love to see Gabriel Jesus in the penalty area more. Don't want to see him in this Lacazette role. Yeah. Bit of a frustrating one. Don't want to see him in this. All right, there we go, people. Get your comments in. Let me know what you thought about that first half. Thomas Partey, oh man, the passing. He gave the ball away 3 times in about 5 minutes. Classic Guna said Jesus can't shoot. I'm going to turn that tracker off for half time so I can see your comments, but there we go. Jesus is providing Odegaard's cover all over the pitch. This is the same crap we saw last season. Let's have it right. To me, I always say, right, this is what I always say. No, you know, played up front many times. No striker wants to run all over the pitch. Simple as that. There's no striker that wants to run all over the pitch. There's no striker that wants to be at left back winning or throwing. There's no striker that wants to be on the left wing whipping crosses in. Strikers' natural instinct is to be around the penalty area to get shots off to score goals. I think it's an instruction from the manager. Lacazette was a goal-scoring striker from France. He never played like that in France. He came to Arsenal under Arteta. He was all over the pitch. I think that's why Aubameyang was moved wide by Arteta, because he realised quickly if I play him through the middle, he won't play that role. I think he wants Jesus to play like this, but I think it's very dangerous to play like that, because I think when you need to score goals and your striker's all over the place, not only is he exerting all of his energy, he's not in the penalty area. There was a time we counter-attacked there. Martinelli bombed down the left, and Xhaka was in the penalty area. And Jesus wasn't even on the screen. He was at left-back trying to win a throw-in. I think it has to be an instruction. We seem to go 1-0 up, be playing really well, and then we go, oh, we're short of ideas. Now we look a bit tired. Now the opposition rough us up, grow back into the game a little bit, and then we're back to square one. Big up my brother Fran in the chat. He said, Snorefest Part A is back. Hey, don't do it to him, man. He's been good for a month. Yeah, man. His passing today's left a lot to be desired. I can't lie. John Bamford, Jesus is trying to show his commitment. He is compensating for the fact he's not scoring. Now, that's a good point. That is a good point. And I'll flip it on its head there, because I just said no striker wants to run all over the place. On the flip side, sometimes as a striker, when you're not scoring and you're thinking, I've got to stay in this team, you start running around like a madman, hunting down defenders, dropping into midfield, winning throw-ins, winning corners. Because sometimes a manager will go, he's not scoring, but look at what he's giving the team. So maybe, I think you make a great point there, John. Maybe he's overcompensating because he's not scoring. He thinks he's got to do everything else. Just focus, relax, work hard, but look for the goal. Fran said midfielders can't break a matchstick, never mind a pass. Odegaard and Jesus must be praying for some service. I mean, ultimately, yeah, Odegaard, because he plays between the lines, he's still going to rely on Xhaka and Partey to get the ball to him. I think what Forest have done very well, and let me give them some credit. Big up Cole, Forest fan. Appreciate fans of other clubs coming in as well. Let me give some credit to Forest. What they've done, and I said this on the show the other day on Door's channel, I said, Forest need to disrupt Arsenal. Forest need to turn this into a horrible game and cut off that space between the lines, and they have. Partey's not getting the ball to Odegaard. Odegaard's not getting a lot of space. They've kicked Xhaka. Xhaka was rolling around, could have come off. They've kicked Saka off the pitch. Fair enough, he came off. It wasn't a tackle that got him off the pitch. But they were kicking him before that. I think what you got to think, if you was the opposition manager, that's what you would tell your team to do. Deny them space. Don't allow them to pass. Keep them back. They don't like shooting from distance. They're trying to score the perfect goal and rough them up. Go and tackle them. Leave one on them. And I listen, I think Steve Cooper will be in that dressing room saying, well done to Forest. We got to be careful. We got to be careful. This game, we score the second goal, I think it's game over. The longer it's 1-0, the more nervous we're going to get. Partey did not eat his noodles, said Snake Eyes. Big up, bro. Listen, he's been really good the last 4 weeks. Today, against one of the oppositions you would have thought would have been, he'd get a bit more time and space on the ball. Sometimes I think with Partey, he's actually worse when he's got time and space. It's like when he gets a chance to think, his passes get worse. It's almost like he passes better when he's under a bit of pressure. I can't work it out. This is a strange performance. Let me just say, William Saliba's been absolutely fantastic. He's back, he's back to the Rolls Royce. Last couple of weeks, he's been a Ford Fiesta with a tyre popped. But he looks like a 23 shape Rolls Royce today again. He's been immense. He's been our best player. Martinelli looks lively. Fantastic goal. Striker's goal. Said many times, Martinelli can play up front. That run, that finish is a striker's finish. Gets across the near post. I absolutely love that goal from Martinelli. Thierry Henry, the last 5 games, we haven't scored more than 1 goal. Why Always Me said, I don't want you all... Did City play good v Leicester? No. I think you're trying to say, like, sort of, don't worry about the performance as long as we win the game. I think the difference is we're at home. If we was playing Forest away and we were grinding out a 1-0, it's a bit different. When you're at home, I think it's up to us to take it to Forest. And I think we need to dominate the ball a bit more and do more with it. Also, we're in a bit of a dodgy run, so... We want to see a performance. We've got Chelsea next week. We can't keep scraping 1-0s and not playing very well and winning. We've seen that over the last 7 days. Latte said, we will see him in Le Carroll. It's Arteta's way. I don't know. I feel like Arteta doesn't want a striker to play like an old school number 9. He doesn't. You saw with Pep. Pep was never really that in favour of Aguero just being a normal number 9. He wanted a link-up striker. And I think Arteta maybe is looking for that with Jesus. But I think you do that, you're going to take goals away from him. George G, thank you for the super chat. If we want to challenge for the league, we need to buy at least a striker, right winger and CDM in January. Problem is this will cost us around 100 million. I honestly can't see us spending this much. I mean, they're throwing in all this stuff, aren't they, at the moment? The war chest. Oh, the war chest in January. We've got 50 million. Has 50 million ever been a war chest at the top of the Premier League? People are spending 50 million on a player to bench him. Never mind a war chest. We need 2 or 3 players. I totally agree with you. We need a striker. We need a winger. We need a midfielder. I think we'll get 1 or 2. But I think they'll maybe get 1. I think they'll make, and especially if you've got 50 million. 50 million doesn't get you a lot. They love the war chest PR before a transfer window. Let's get the fans excited. Let's keep them all hanging on. Bring out new merch, and then we'll get no one. We'll pretend that we tried to get someone and do nothing. That's what they usually do. Big C Magales needs a talk. Listen, I'm sure the manager is speaking to him. I think it's something that's just in his DNA. He's like a bull seeing a red rag. He's just going to attack it. And what he did there was unbelievable. He got the ball and just gave it to Lingard. Certain channel saying Jesus link-up play is great today. They do realise he's not a midfielder. Listen, let me tell you something. I've been there as a striker. Few games without scoring, dropped. Yeah, but my work rate, my link-up, nah, bro. Nah. Like I say, the only real striker in the Prem that can say, I don't need to score many goals, has been Bobby Firmino. Even he can't get away with it now because he doesn't have prime Mane and Salah. He could get away with scoring 10 goals at Liverpool because Salah was getting 30 and Mane was getting 25. So he could go, I only got 10, but I still look elite. It don't matter how hard you work, don't matter how good your link-up play is, you have to hit the back of the net as a striker. You're a £45 million Brazilian international. Now, all I want to know is what is the reason that he's playing so deep? What is the reason? Is he overcompensating? As I think George said earlier. Or is he being asked to do this? Play the width for the 18 and try and get the goal. But we'll see. There's a long 45 minutes. I predicted that he would score today, so I hope he does. Sports Genius, Big C, there is no easy game in the Prem. Look at Leeds v Liverpool. Listen, the Prem is not technically the best football in the world, in my opinion, but I think it's the toughest and the most competitive. Forest beat Liverpool last week. I don't think that happens in the French league. I don't think that happens in the Spanish league. All right, there'll be occasions where it's happened, but Real Madrid would beat bottom of the league 5-0. That's what's so unique about the Premier League. These teams are rough, they're strong. Forest have got that know-how. They come out the Championship, they're street smart. They're going to make life difficult. There's no easy wins in the Prem. I thought Liverpool would beat Leeds 3-4, 5-0 yesterday. And look how well Leeds played. Look at that brother. Is it Somerville? Did people see how good that guy played yesterday against Liverpool? They deserve to win that game. So, Laka was told in the documentary to stop dropping deep, though. And this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out where the situation is coming from. Is he being asked to do it? Is he doing it because he's anxious because he hasn't scored? Or is he doing it off his own back? I don't get it. I think he's overexerting himself, Jesus. So much running. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll see in the second half. This game needs to be a confidence-boosting game for Jesus. If he doesn't come out of this game with a goal, he'll be putting even more pressure on himself. And strikers, that's what we do. Every game we don't score, we put more pressure on ourselves. We get more down, the missed chances. That's the striker's life. Man said, stop ignoring my super chats. LOL, bro. I've put all your super chats in. You keep changing your name for everyone. You can put the comment in. Then you can keep the same using it. All your super chats have been read, bro. But I don't know what your name is because you're changing your name and putting up the message. Maybe it's because he wants more to score. I'm lost there. Just score, mate. It's clearly Arteta's tactics. Big up penalty spot in the chat. Hope you're well. Didn't see you on the member stream, man. It wasn't the same. Just hope Jesus doesn't become Lacazette Mark II. We don't need that. We do not need that. Second half about to start, people. Nick said Arsenal should be comfortably beating Forest. Too many players are underperforming. Odegaard, Partey and Jesus. I think Partey has been poor. I think Odegaard... I get what Fran's saying. In the 10 role, you do need the centre midfielders to get the ball to you. But I don't think it's... Sometimes you can go looking for the ball a bit more, go and get it. But, yeah, I don't think Odegaard, I don't think Partey, I don't think Xhaka's been great. These are games. These are games. Sometimes it's not about the... We've won the glamorous games. Sometimes these are the games where they dictate where you finish in the league. Forest at home, after a defeat against PSV, and you're tiring a little bit and you're not on great form, you've got to grind out a 2-0, tick it off, and move. Simple as that. Get out of there with keep the clean sheet. Keep a clean sheet today, we win the game. Even if we stink out the Emirates second half and win 1-0. I won't be happy with the performance, but I'll say just tick it off and move. Just tick it off and move. Now, this is the good point, what you make here, Oz. He said, big up Curtis in the community. I was expecting a reaction. We still look relatively passive. Second half's underway. Second half is underway. What I think has surprised me is, first 20, there was a reaction. We looked really good. I thought we could win that game 3 or 4-0, going 1-0 up after 5 minutes. After that, we look like short of options, short of ideas. We're not moving. We're giving the ball away. Our strikers at left back. Listen, second half's underway. Let's not worry about it too much. We're 1-0 up. I still believe we'll win this game. But just make sure we get the next goal and calm us down a little bit. Strides, thank you for the super chat. Got a feeling this guy won't score today, Gabriel Jesus. I'm backing him. I said he'd score 2 goals today. I'll take 1 goal right now. I'll take 1. It's a big half for Reese Nelson. He needs to perform. He needs to do something. What does that say? You can only put a comment in your super chat if you pay more. That's why he's putting it in his name. Okay, fair enough. I didn't know, to be fair. I thought he was just changing the name wasn't a way you could put the comment. We need a Cesc Fabregas. Oh, listen. There aren't many Cesc Fabregases. That's the problem. He was a special player. 3,200 of you in the chat, people. Lick down that like. Let's get 3,000 likes. And subscribe if you haven't already, man. Join the community. And let's hope we win this game. Martinelli on the ball for Arsenal. Big second half coming up. Cheaper this way. Also, Sambi is not a DM. In my opinion, he's an A. Listen, do what you need to do. Inflation is real. In my opinion, he's an 8. But even going forward, I don't think he's that good. So is he even an 8? I think he's a 0 at the moment for Arsenal, which puts him on the bench. Flame Ball, thank you for the super chat. Gabby isn't a poacher. He doesn't have great positioning off the ball. He is not a natural striker who is in the right place for a tap-in. He could be that pressing striker rather than the natural goal scorer. Pat said, join Big C, best channel in town. Big up, bro. Let me put the tracker back on the bottom so some of you can follow a little bit of what's going on. Yeah, he's a 0, man. No disrespect. Aidan Cliff sat in a pub in Nottingham with my Arsenal shirt on. They better not let me down. Listen, if it goes wrong, just sneak out. You know, just walk out. I think you'll be all right. There's a lot of gooners in Nottingham as well, so I'm sure you've got support. Sambi is a 0. There's a Sambi Lakonga in here now, defending himself. Curtis, I'm a very good player. The only thing I've got to tell you, mate, you've spelt your name wrong, which kind of sums up his season. If you're going to make an account copying him, you got to get that name right. You've called him Sambi Lukonga. It's Lokonga, L-O-K. Come on, my friend, come on. You know what I mean? You're going to copy someone, you got to get that name right. You got to get that spell check out first, my brother. Try again. You know what? You're gonna have to get 3 minutes for that. You got to take 3 minutes. Go and change his name, and I'll see you in 3 minutes. I won't accept it. Can't make an account of Sambi and spell his name wrong. 3 minutes, change his name, then come back. Otherwise, you're getting banned. Sambi and Xhaka are in the chat. Nah, my man can't come for me with a Sambi account and spell his name wrong. It's all mad calling him Sambi Lakonga. Nah, man, you're messing around, people. Half of Nottingham are Arsenal fans. Yeah, there's bare Arsenal fans in it. Goal to Arsenal. There is that second goal. Yes! Reese Nelson. Is that Nelson? Reese Nelson with the goal. Get in there, Reese. Love it. Delighted for Nelson. Delighted for him. Needed that. This could kickstart his career. Reese Nelson with the goal. What a substitution by Arteta. He looks like a genius. We needed that second goal. Come on, Reese. Yes. Second goal, Reese Nelson. Superb. Always rated him, said MD. Listen, I'm delighted for him. I'm absolutely delighted for him. He's one of our own. He's had a tough time at the club. 2-0. That should be game, set, match. Man said, my star boy. Well done, Reese, man. A1 Saka came off injured. All that hate spurred him on. No, I'm not accepting that, man. I was bigging him up, man, in the first half. Gabby needs a goal now, I can't lie. But I'm delighted for Reese Nelson. He kissed the badge and everything. Not a coincidence. We've started the second much better. What do you think the reason is, though, George? We started the first half really well, then slowed down. Then we've come out flying in the second half. And I think they need them Jaffa cakes and that orange juice at half-time, man. That energy boost. 2-0 to Arsenal. Give Nelson 100k and the number 14. Hey, stay away from that one. No more of that. And it was Xhaka. To be fair, Gabriel Jesus. Do you know what? I love the composure. I love the composure. I know it was a rebound. But I love the way he sat them 2 defenders down. Yeah, I like that. I like that from him. I like that. He sent them defenders for their lunch, man. Them defenders got sent for their dinner early, man. I love that. And even the rebound, it's missable. Oh, yeah, let me change the score. How can I forget, man? Can't be sitting here at 1-0. The game's should be done and dusted. Sent them 2 defenders for dinner. I like that, Nelson. Kiss the badge and everything. He loves us, man. Big up Nelson, man. Big him up. Ice cold Reese, they're calling him. Listen, he could save us. He could save us money, man. He could save us some dough. I want 3 or 4 now. I need a Gabriel Jesus goal ASAP. I need a Gabriel Jesus goal. I said he'd scored 2. I'm more than happy to accept 1. Gabriel Martinelli on the attack. Let's get the goal difference up. Yeah, man. Listen, I believe Forest are done now. I think they're short of ideas, and there's the 3rd. There is the 3rd goal for Arsenal. 3-0 to the Gunners. There we go again. Is that Nelson? Nelson again. Reese again. Jeez. Reese Nelson, you know. Blood clot. 3-0. Reesinho. Man like Reese. He's saving his Arsenal career, people. Reese Nelson with his 2nd goal. My star boy, says Ish. Big up Ish. Man like Reese, you know. Reese Mbappe. Yo, I love it. Saka spot gone. No, but listen, I love the fact we got competition. That's what we need. Someone has to step up. It was Martinelli got the water. It was a great touch. Just drifts in. It's a great finish. Jesus with the assist as well. Greatest motivation is to see others around you doing well. Listen, he's been patient, man. Hopefully can kickstart his Arsenal career. He's always had talent. It's just it was never clicking for him on the pitch. I don't know why. I love it. I love that from Nelson. 2 goals. That's what you do. This is what I'm saying. When you come into the team, you got to prove a point. Look at all them fringe players against PSV the other night. They didn't do it. Reese, look at this. That's a good finish as well, by the way. Really good finish. Nelson 24. Come on, I love this club. Arteta's my guy. Listen, Arteta will deserve credit. Arteta definitely deserves credit. He could have stuck with his boy, Edward. He's brought Nelson on. He's got 2 goals. Come on, Reese Nelson hat-trick, man. Arteta, masterstroke. Big him up. Dylan, thank you for the super chat. I wrote he wouldn't do anything. So happy to eat my words. That's the thing. As fans, listen, we're always happy to be proved wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. George, thank you for the super chat. Laka will be proud of this performance from Jesus. I need a Gabriel Jesus goal. I need a Gabriel Jesus goal now. Trust me. Get a goal and then sub him off before. I don't want no yellow card. Reese, World Cup settings are watching you, Southgate. Better not miss this name on your list. I don't think he is. He's never played for England, has he? I don't think. But listen, a hat-trick would be great for him. Would give him a massive lift. I hope he gets it. I'm delighted for him. I've always liked his attitude. He was fantastic in the under-23s. He's just never been able to, make that transition from under-23s to first team, which can be difficult. Jesus, assist king. If you can't score, set them up. But I'd love him to get a goal just to top it off. Get a goal, then take him off and save him for Chelsea. Game's over. I said 3-0, but I actually 54 minutes gone, 55 minutes gone. I want 5-0. Sorry, Forest. I actually want Forest to stay up, but they need to hold a 5. We need some confidence. Get Saliba off and get Jesus a goal, then take him off. Man said Reese has been drinking Prime at half time. Man's got a bit of energy second half, people. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe. We're up to 100k, people. Let's get 3,000 likes on the video. Jesse Lingard comes off. No more moonwalking today, Jesse, mate. No moonwalking today from Lingard. He's been poor. You know what? Lingard doesn't look interested. He don't look interested at Forest. I swear down. That's what you call, he looks like a player with no motivation. Looks like he's just gone there to pick up. Brennan Johnson coming on. Was it Lingard and Gibbs White came off? That Forest kit's not bad, actually. Reminds me a bit of our kit last year. 200k a week, Lingard. He's not happy, man. He should have moonwalked off. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? Yeah, no dancing today, brother. Yeah, go on. Come out of here. You're not a Man United no more. Bad Ball, thank you for the super chat. Reese has the same amount of goals as Jadon Sancho in minutes. Hey. They did say he was better than Sancho in the under-21s. Go for Arsenal! And there we go. 4-0 to the Gunners. Is that Partey? Thomas Partey with the goal. Listen, you know they can't defend when Partey's scoring. Oh, Thomas Partey. Oh, Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey with a lovely finish. Reese with the assist. Jeez! He got them halftime noodles, Snake Eyes. He got them halftime noodles. Thomas Partey. Nelson assist. Oh, Partey. Partey time, people. 4-0. Battered. Bruised. Do the Robinson. We're going to party hard. We're going to party hard. We're going to party on our way to the Raven. Great finish, by the way, from Partey. Woo! The brother can shoot. He just needed them noodles, man. Reese Nelson. Laid it off. Partey. Oh, my days. It's the same goal as the Tottenham one. I want to know what Fran's saying, because Fran said at half-time Partey was back to normal. Look at that finish, bro. Party hard, bro. Party hard. Change the score. There we go. Apologies. 4-0. Game, set, and match. I want 6 now. I want 7. Nelson changed the game completely. What a substitution. Partey goal was like the one against Spurs. Mate, come on, Jesus. Even Ramsdale's going to score at this rate. We need more goals. Hand us the title, Pep. Corner to Arsenal. Jesus going to score. I'm not letting it go until he subs him off. He is going to score. That is a carbon copy of his Tottenham goal, that. The Pigeons are having a party. I'm telling you, they're going mad. Oh, it's wonderful. Don't even dive for them ones. What a goal. No more pigeon clipping from Partey this year. We want 6. We want 6. Mate, I want 7. I think they lost 6-0 or 6-1 to Man City. I want them to hold a 7, man. They need to hold a 7 today. Jashar said, big up Curtis, my guy. Reese finally getting some minutes. I'll never forget the disrespect he had during the Willian era. It happens, man. It happens. Reese Nelson, man, a match, 2 goals and an assist. Justin, mate, you're killing me. I feel bad for Forest. You guys deserve it. Listen, it is what it is. I said on the show, oh, Jesus. I'm only just seeing it. Oh, Gabby, man. It's not happening for him, is it? He's starting to look desperate. Johnson plays it to Odegaard, slips in Jesus one-on-one. I'm sorry, you got to score that. It's Thierry. It's the Thierry angle. It's an awful finish. It's an awful finish. I'm sorry. I love Gabriel Jesus. You got to score that. He hits it straight at his leg, man. Open it up more. I feel for him. It's the Thierry position. Open up your body. Just bend it in that far corner. He doesn't get it wide enough. Has to score that. I feel anxious for Jesus today. Because Arteta probably wants to take him off. We don't want to risk him getting the yellow. Interesting. Thomas Partey's taking the... Thomas Partey's the new Rory Delap. Where's No, he's definitely been eating his noodles. All of a sudden, Thomas Partey's doing Rory Delap long throws, people. I never seen this in the first 2 years. These noodles have put some more strength in the man's arm. Reese wants it. I want Reese hat-trick and Gabriel Jesus goal 6-0. That's what we're looking for. Come on, Gabby. I'm so gutted that he missed that chance. He's got to score. He was never a top goal scorer. And you know what, MD? Is that the point that we need to kind of look at? You know what? I think that's a fantastic point. Do we need to... I think why we were so frustrated with Lacazette, because Lacazette was scoring 30 goals in France. He come to England and he couldn't do it. Gabriel Jesus has never been prolific at Manchester City. We're the most creative team in the Premier League. So are we actually wrong for thinking Jesus is going to come here and be some supreme goal scorer? Maybe it's not his game. Maybe he's not a great finisher. I don't know. I just thought with Jesus coming to Arsenal, playing through the middle, starting every week, he was going to turn into more of a goal scorer. I thought the lack of goals was due to the fact that Saliba fouled a 1 year there. I thought he was going to get booked. Jeez. I was panicking then, people. I thought he was going to get a yellow card out. Got away with that. He needs to be careful. Don't get a stupid yellow, please. By the way, Saliba, Jesus get injured. They miss Chelsea next week. So we cannot afford any of them to get a yellow card. Martinelli off. Is that Cedric? That's a strange change. Why would you bring Cedric on? I don't even understand why you would make that change. Why would you not bring Marquinhos on or something? Why would you bring Cedric on? Reese hat-trick would be great. Arsenal making changes. Saliba is the biggest reason we are where we are. He's been immense today. He's been brilliant. He's been absolutely brilliant. Forest making changes as well. I think somebody just said there, and I agree. I would rather Jesus... If Jesus doesn't score but doesn't get booked, that's better for me than him scoring and being suspended for Chelsea. I'd rather get him off without getting a yellow card. And like you said, if the goals are being spread around the team, that's a positive thing. I felt like when Aubameyang was scoring goals, we relied on him too much. You need 3 or 4 players bagging. So Cedric's on. I suppose really it's Vieira for him. Vieira for Martinelli. And Tomiyasu comes off. So Tomiyasu comes off, obviously, for Cedric. Jesus on the ball now. Come on, can we get this goal? His movement... The sad thing is, as well, his movement is fantastic. His link-up, but just we need the goals. And it's not like he's not getting chances. I'm still backing him. I said he'll score today. Awonyi comes off for Surridge for Forest. I've got to admit, Forest... You're going to have a difficult season, man. They're going to have a tough season because the thing is, I don't even think we've played that great today. And we're 4-0 up. And I still think we're going to score again. There's 25, 26 minutes to go. I think we got another goal or two in us. Cedric on before Tierney. Tierney, man. I didn't think Cedric was still an Arsenal player. Still picking up 70 grand a week, mate. He ain't going nowhere till that contract finishes. I just have this thing that Tierney, I don't think he can play 2 games a week. He plays the Thursday. It's like he can't play on the weekend. He doesn't start. He doesn't even come off. Pep Teta said Maguire or Nketiah in attack. Maguire or Nketiah in attack. I might go for the fridge, you know, at least if you need a drink. Nah, listen, I'll go for Eddie, obviously, of course, but there's not much between. Good man management with Tierney. The problem is, I don't know. Maybe he's wrapping him in cotton wool because he thinks we're going to need him. And I haven't got Zinchenko. I'm trying to think of reasons why he's not getting game time. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. Kieran Tierney, we need that bag for life next year. He's moving like them 5p bags that rip when you get to the door. Because you've got heavy bottles of water and that in there. We need a bag for life. Aurier on the ball. Forest have been poor. Emmanuel Dennis came on. Johnson came on as well. Forest have not looked great. I wouldn't take a risk with playing Saliba and Jesus for 90 minutes. That is for sure. Like someone just said there in the comments. Well, Tommy's come off, but you could move Ben White to centre back, put Cedric at right back, and maybe put Tierney at left back. And Jesus, obviously, you would probably just put Nketiah up front. Vieira needs to go to the gym. These are the type of games he needs to make an impression. And he's just sliced it out for a goal kick there, although there was someone in his way. It's a corner to Arsenal, though. Nottingham Forest have tried to slow this down, but not working. They look poor, Forest. I'm concerned for them. DJB, does Nelson start against Chelsea? He does if Saka doesn't recover. Yeah, he has to. If Saka recovers, then he's on the bench. That's just the reality. Motivert said, I'm a Forest fan. This is a disaster. I expected to see a lot more from Forest than this. I'm disappointed in the lack of... I honestly felt that Arsenal would beat Forest. And first half, they put up a bit of a fight, but they don't... The thing that would worry... That should worry a Forest fan is that we haven't even played that well today. And you're 4-0 down, and I don't think Forest have really troubled us. I think the only thing that can keep Forest in the Prem is their home form. Every time I've watched them away from home, Gabby, man. Gabby, he couldn't score in a brothel with €100 in his pocket. It's just not going to... It's one of them days. What I respect about him, though, you look at Ronaldo the other day in the Europa League. Missed. Like, why don't Gabby lob him there? Why has he had the extra touch? It's crazy. Just lob it over him. He's had the heavy touch. The ball's ran away from him. You're not going to score from that angle. You look at Ronaldo the other day. He missed. It got to the point where you're like, yo, is this brother ever going to score? And he gets his goal. What I respect about Jesus, and what I will give him some credit for, doesn't get his head down, doesn't shirk his responsibility, keeps going. We have these days as strikers. We have these times as strikers where for no apparent reason, the shots just don't go in. You've just got to keep shooting. Something will hit the back of the net. Maybe a scrappy one, maybe a belter. But it may not even be today. If we win this game and he's not suspended for Chelsea, then it's still a positive. We have to think about the club more than the individual. It would have just been nice for him to have bagged. Everything's going against him. It's all going against him. The ball bounces off him, goes out for a goal kick. He looks in pain. I'm telling you, as a striker, when your team wins 4-0, and I think we could even win more, and you haven't scored, you feel devastated. You do. You feel devastated. Who is a realistic target in terms of a striker? It all depends. It's all on money, Cormac. You know, a lot of the time people say, "Oh, who's available?" Right. This is something that I've debated with a lot of people before. They go, "Who's available?" I say, 9 times out of 10, you sign a player that's not available. You make them available. You put money on the table that they think, I can't turn that down. Gabriel caught Yates in the face. He didn't mean to do it. And you get them out of that situation. If Arsenal wanted Ivan Toney, they could get Ivan Toney. If Arsenal wanted Mitrovic, they could get Mitrovic. They're not going to reject Arsenal. It's about how much are you willing to pay. There's other players. Look, you could get Osimhen if you wanted to pay £80 million, but we're not likely to. So it's about how much money they want to spend. But are we even looking for a striker is the problem. We're not being linked. It's more the fan base that are saying it. South London's finest, I think we can definitely get Tony out of Brentford, yeah. He would come to us all day long. He's ambitious. You can tell he's got a bit of swag, a bit of arrogance. He wants to play at a high level. He would back himself to come to Arsenal, I think, and get in the team. I don't think Ivan Toney would say, I can't get in the team, Jesus is there. I think he would back himself to get in ahead of him. From people I know who've met him, he's got a lot of belief in himself. They could play together, I think. Jesus got two assists today, so Lacazette, eat your heart out. Listen, as a striker, if you don't score, create. It's 2 assists. It's a good team performance from him. It's about winning the game. It would have just been nice for him to score. Jesus was actively involved in the first 3 goals. We are much better with him, 100%. Are we better with him in the team or not? We know what the alternative is. It's Edward. So he'll start scoring. I'd probably play him on Thursday against Zurich, to be honest. I would actually possibly play him and try and get him 45, 60 minutes and hope that he can bag and then take him off. Make sure you hit that like button, people. 3.5k in here. Unbelievable support as always. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We're here daily, people. I might do the Man United game. They kick off in 45 minutes. We got about 18 minutes to go. I might do the Man United game. Because I think I've got a feeling for some reason that that's going to be an interesting game. I think that'll be a difficult game for United. So I might do that one. 4:15 kickoff. Can we get the Gabriel Jesus goal? Or will he take him off? Curtis, please do the United game. I might do it. I'm happy. We've won 4-0 or 5-0 or 6-0. I think we can get more. So I might do the United game. Best channel and family on YouTube, people. Big up Eros. Big up everyone for tuning in. Great support. Great community. And yeah, man. I think let's go for it. I'm going to do the United game. Unfortunately, because I'm doing the United game, I'm not going to do a lot of post-game analysis because this game ain't going to finish till about 3:55. And obviously United kicks off at 15:15 and I got to edit the teams. And then, so I'll do literally 2, 3, 4 minutes of talk after the game, go and edit. We'll come back on for the United game. I'll get on 5-10 minutes before Man United. Man United kicks off at 4:15. I'll be back on for about 4:10. So yeah, we'll do it. I'm in a good mood. We're winning 4-0. We're top of the league. Man City back in second in their rightful place. Get back, mate. They didn't even look that good without Haaland. Haaland gets an injury. City don't look as good. Definitely not. E. Ross said, big up Snake Eyes. Happy belated birthday to your daughter, bro. Yeah, I echo that, bro. Big up to Snake Eyes. Always supports the channel. And listen, really appreciate your support. Big up E. Ross with the kind words to him. No, man, we're going to do the United game. I think it will be a decent game. West Ham, I think, could be a tricky one for him. Nah, no fake scores. No fake scores, people. Jesus hasn't scored, unfortunately. Yeah, big up thingy, man. Big up David Luiz won the Copa Libertadores, which is like, I think it's the equivalent of the Champions League in South America, which is massive for him. Fair play to him. David Luiz was always a big character. Ferg said go get Osimhen. Cost a fortune. Snake Eyes bigging up E. Ross. I think West Ham are in a bit of form. Yeah, I'm going to do it because I think it'll be a good game. Will Ronaldo play and all of that? So I would bring on Vieira for Odegaard. Vieira's already on. Sherman's on his way. Hercules. Here we go. Eddie's on. Eddie is on, people. Who does he take off? Saliba or Jesus? Got to take one of them off. They're both on a yellow card. No fake scores, people. No fake scores. Is Ronaldo starting? Oh, I'm definitely doing it. Laurie tweeted he's not going on Curtis Shaw for the abuse Lakonga. I love it. I love it. He loves him. Saka and Saliba off. Stand up. If you're top of the league, stand up. We have to stand up. Tierney and Nketiah are on. Saliba's been absolutely immense today, by the way. No one's got anywhere near him. West Ham is out of form. Big C, I think Man U are going to whip them. Let's see. Match fitness is something all players need. That only comes with a lot of play time. It's an argument for more difficult to be a squad player because they get less game time. Yeah, I understand your point. I'm delighted to see Saliba coming off just because we need him. We need him for Stamford Bridge. You know, Aubameyang, you need to pocket him next week. Yeah, as I said, people, anyone just tuned in, yeah, we are going to do the watch-along for Man United West Ham. So I'm not going to do much post-game reaction to this game, just a few minutes, and then I'm going to go and edit all the, you know, the bits for the teams and everything. I'll be back on about 4:05 for Man United against West Ham. It's a 3:15 kickoff, people. 4:15 kickoff UK time. And apparently Ronaldo's starting. Somebody just said Ronaldo is starting, which is always interesting. Let me just see. Manchester United. I just want to see their team. Ronaldo starts. Ronaldo, Rashford, and who are they playing in the front three? Looks like they're playing two up front. Maguire's back. Jeez, yeah. I'm definitely doing a watch along if Maguire's playing. 100%. Maguire, you know, it's always worth watching Maguire. Something's gonna go wrong with Maguire playing. Let me see the West Ham team. Scamacca, Benrahma. Antonio's on the bench. I don't know about that. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that game anyway. If oh, it's 5. I've missed it. Odegaard has scored. Jesus, what am I doing? Odegaard has scored, people. 5-0 to Arsenal. I'm there looking at the teams. I mean, breaking news. Odegaard knows how to shoot. I've missed the goal, by the way. Martin Odegaard. I was hoping I was going to look up and see a Gabriel Jesus goal, but I just don't think it's going to happen. He could be there till next Thursday. He wouldn't score. Martin Odegaard. Was it another assist, Gabby? Listen, if you can't score 3 assists, we'll take it. Still get you good points in your fantasy team. Yeah, love it. Oh, what a goal that is, man. Jeez, Odegaard, that is clinical. This is what frustrates me with him. He's got a good shot. Great goal by Odegaard. It's a fantastic finish. Jesus, no goal. At least he got 3 assists. 5-0. I want 6. I told you, we're leaving with 6. At least he got 3 assists. Yeah, still get your fantasy team. 5 goals, no goal from Jesus. It's painful. Let me tell you, right, he won't take much comfort from 3 assists as a striker. But Arteta will big him up. Arteta will definitely big him up. Beautiful football, said Anthony. Please don't concede. Big C, what do you think made us more clinical in the second half? I don't know. We just came out a bit more lively, didn't we? I think maybe Arteta give him a bit of a, you know, bit of a dressing down at half time. You got to do better than this. You're there for the taking. You got to take your chances. Nelson would have been desperate to prove a point, you know. And man said it's the noodles. It could be the noodles. The halftime Thomas Partey noodles. I'm telling you, I'm not going away from it. Gabriel Jesus is going to score before this game finishes. As we said, we want 6. He's going to get the 6th goal. Yeah, it's happening. I'm sticking by it. Solarguard, the sun came out. Odegaard went crazy. Scored a banger. He's going to score. Revenge for the FA Cup, 100%. Came and bullied us last year. You got to hold smoke today. 5-0. Everyone got their noodle. Man went in there, go, hold on, how come there's 15 bowls on the table? Man said, get your Indomie noodles, mate. I can't watch no more of that. Come on, Jesus. 6-0. Moetsky, why am I on a timeout? I never put you on one, bro. Unless one of the mods. I don't know why. The whole team will score before Jesus. I know. You'll see Ramsdale score. Big up Dylan. The light bulb came on at half time. They just walked in and the light was on. Said, look at this. Yeah? You better sort this mess out. Our goal difference. Yeah. It's a good point. I mean, that puts us up to... Is that 30 goals? That is 30 goals now in 12 games. Man City got 37, so yeah, that's quality for our goal difference for sure. The light bulb came on, man. I'm wounded, man. We got nothing. Listen, man, they got to hold it. They got to hold it. I said, Forest, I wish you all the best this season. Hope you stay in the Prem. It wasn't going to be today. It just wasn't. It wasn't. We've won every game at home this season. You weren't going to come and beat us. You weren't going to come and draw. 1-0 at half time, you was in it, but held smoke. I got 5 on it coming. And do it. I got 5 on it coming. And it's in my whole style. Smoked. People telling me that Pepe's been playing well. I haven't really seen him. I gotta be honest. I need to catch up and see how he's getting on. 20 shots, 10 on target, 5 goals. Love that. Love that. That's what you got to do to lower teams, man. Sometimes you got to shoot from distance, make life a bit difficult. Mix it up a little bit. You can't always score that perfect goal. Fabio Vieira needs cornmeal porridge. He needs something. I think we're going to get the 6th. Ifio Guna said, I told you 6. Let's see if we get it. I think we will. Now, listen, Mr. Joy, 100%. We're all supporting Gabby, man. We're all supporting him. He's got 3 assists today. We'll take that. But ultimately, you know how this works. You know strikers are judged on goals. 5 goals at home against bottom of the league and you don't score, you would be very frustrated. Curtis, come on, stand up if you're top of the league. Hey, listen, I'm not going to disrespect. I will stand up, people. Vieira needs to bulk up and lift some weights. They've got to take him to the yard shop, man. Say, listen, have some of that. I know it's probably not your typical cuisine, but Forza Bike Life, who's a Forest fan, said we ain't going to find better than Cooper right now. I think Forest are going to have to understand that. They're gonna take some heavy defeats this season, in my opinion. They lost 6 to City. They've lost 5, could be 6 to us, depending on what we end up on. It's not about these games. Man City at home will not dictate whether Forest stay up. Arsenal away won't dictate it. It's going to be Bournemouth. It's going to be Southampton. It's going to be Brentford. It's going to be, Wolves, Leicester, Aston Villa. They're the games that Forest are going to have to win to stay in the division. What we got left? 6 minutes to go. Listen, I'm saying it. Jesus is going to score. It's a corner to Arsenal. He's going to score. We're going to win 6-0. It's going to be the biggest celebration of the day. Shaquille said, why don't Forest have a sponsor on their shirt? It's crazy. Apparently they were offered a sponsorship deal by the company that was sponsoring them before. And I think they rejected it because they thought they were going to get much more for being in the Prem. And then they haven't got much more. So they've ended up with none, which just looks strange. It don't even look right, having no sponsor on your shirt in the Prem. DJB Big C, are Newcastle more of a threat than Spurs and Chelsea? I don't think so. I think at the moment, yeah, they look fantastic at the moment, Newcastle. Wilson, probably going to go to the World Cup if he carries on like that. Almiron looks outrageous. Joel Linton looks like a monster in midfield, but I think still Chelsea and Spurs will probably finish above them. But you never know. I'd like Newcastle to finish above both of them. Jesus, it's not going to happen, is it? It's just not going to happen for him today. It's just gone off there. I missed it. Let me get it back on. Gabby missing sitters left, right and centre, I'm afraid. Let me get this back on. It's switched off. And I've got this one on, though, but it's already gone by. This one was about 30 behind. What we got left? 5 minutes. He's going to score. He's going to score. Trust me. Sam, apologies. Said, watch the game. I'm waffling. I'm Arteta-ing people. The reason Arteta plays a right back at left back is because they also have to play in the midfield. It's tactical. I just don't think it works against everyone. Oh, Gabby. I just seen it. He kind of missed the ball, didn't he? How's he missed the ball? I'm in agony watching him play. Great flick on by Ben White. Just connect. Oh, honestly, I can't even watch it. I'm actually in pain watching him miss these chances. The ball's gone under his foot. He's 2 yards out. He's stretching a little bit. Get anything. Get your studs on the ball. And it rolls over the line. Half the net is empty. How has he not touched that? Listen, we got his back. Don't worry. Let me just say something. I'm not saying get him out the team. I'm not saying he's not good enough. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying today we'll be very disappointed he hasn't scored. What we have to do, outside of the confines of the community, when we get back on the social media, we need to defend him. We need to defend him. This is our guy. He needs to feel the support of the team. We got Chelsea next week. The good thing is he hasn't got a yellow card. He'll be available at the bridge. Got a couple of assists. People saying he got 2 assists. He wasn't credited with one of them. And we move. We're 5-0 up. It's not the end of the world. I think sometimes it's a positive thing. I remember when I used to go and watch Arsenal when Van Persie was there, we used to say, unless Van Persie scores, it don't feel like we're going to score. And it felt similar with Aubameyang. At least we're scoring goals all over the pitch, which is a positive. What about Eddie's support? Listen, with Eddie, for one, he's turned into a bit of a running joke for me, which I shouldn't do. I shouldn't. It's a bit harsh with the Sherman Clump Eddie Murphy, but it's banter. The difference with Eddie and Jesus, I know what Jesus is capable of. With Eddie, I'm like, and the deal he got, and you know what I mean? Listen, I support every player that plays for Arsenal. I want them all to do the business. And I hope Eddie bangs goals in. I really do. But that support is a little more difficult. I can't lie, people. I'm not going to cap. Cairo said, hey, Patrick, it's my birthday too. We got birthday shout-outs here. Big up Cairo, slam dunk, happy birthday. Where's Patrick? I can't even see Patrick's comment saying it's his birthday. But Patrick, wherever you are, there he is. I predicted 5-0 at the start. Made my birthday. Happy birthday to you, bro. Show the man love. He'll come good again. 100%. Play him against Zurich. 60 minutes. Let him bag. Take him off. South London's finest. Big up. We got 3,600 of you legends in the chat. Don't forget, we are back for the Man United game. Quick 15-minute break after this game. And we'll be back, people. So I'm just going to... Oh, man. I need to make the thumbnail quick. I'll throw it up. You know anyway, people. Just look out for it. 4:05, and we'll be back. Happy birthday to everyone. Chris said it's my birthday too. See, Arsenal birthday gift. They sent you a nice little 5-0 win for the birthday, man. Let's see what man I say. If Jesus continues like this, he won't go to the World Cup. We'll be well rested. Listen, it's a win-win. If he goes to the World Cup, it'll be great for him representing Brazil. It'll boost his confidence. If he doesn't go to the World Cup, then maybe we've got a more fresh, well-rested Gabriel Jesus for the second part of the season. So both situations have negatives and positives at the end of the day. It'll be interesting, out of Gabriel Magalhaes, Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus, how many of those three go to the World Cup? Jesus definitely isn't going, said South London's finest. I think he'll struggle. The only thing that may give him a bit of a chance is if Richarlison doesn't get back in time. Because obviously he's injured at the moment. But yeah, Gabriel, the centre-back, he might struggle, I think. Ramsdale's been excellent. Quality, clean sheet. Made a mistake the other day in Europa League. Best way to bounce back. Keep a clean sheet. Good handling, good kicking, Good distribution. Looking forward to player ratings tomorrow. Anthony said it's his birthday coming up on Thursday, heading to Amsterdam to see his little bro and get a smoke on. Hey, listen, if I don't see you in the comments on that day, what are we doing Thursday? Watch along, Zurich. Then have a great time, man. Happy birthday, bro. Appreciate your support as always. Is Richarlison better? I'm not saying Richarlison's better. I'm saying he seems to be ahead of Jesus in the pecking order for Brazil. And that's just a reality. So if he's back, then that could stop him going. Obviously, they got Neymar, they got Firmino, they got loads of attacking options. Okay, but hey, big up my bro. He said, hey, big up Kieran, man. He said, big up C, great streamer, my brother. Go on now, let's laugh at Man U. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm going to be West Ham, you know. When I come on that next stream, I might be like, oh, I'm forever blowing bubbles. Pretty bubbles in the air. Because, I'm telling you, the United fans won't be happy, but the game is the game. You have to understand. C said, United fan, but happy for Arsenal. Really hope both our clubs get back to the top where they belong. You know what? You just made me feel a bit guilty now. I just started singing the West Ham song saying, I hope they batter you. And now you're saying you want us both to win. You know what? I should feel guilty, but I don't feel guilty. Come on, you Hammers. West Ham. Green Street, mate. I'm telling you, we'll have a scrap. Yeah, forever blowing bubbles settings, people. I'm telling you. Randy said, thanks to the comedy stars of Harry Maguire, my wife's depression is cured. Oh, my days. What we got left? We're in the 92nd minute. 3 minutes added on. I don't think Gabriel Jesus is going to get that goal. But listen, keep your head up, Gabby. 2-3 assists. You'll get the goals, don't worry. Save the goals for Stamford Bridge. We got enough goals today anyway. Get them at the bridge. And we'll be fine. Shameless settings, man. Shameless. 30 seconds of the game left. 4 different goal scorers for us today as well, which is good. Martinelli, Reese Nelson. He's going to be the headline, maker. Comes off the bench for Saka. Saka was injured in the first half. Nelson scores 2. Thomas Partey scores basically the same goal that he scored against Tottenham. Bends it into that far corner. Yeah, Reese Nelson, man of the match, by the way. 100%. You're asking him to come on and make an impact. And there's the full-time whistle, people. There is the full-time whistle. Arsenal 5, Nottingham Forest 0. And a bad day at the office for Forest. I don't even think we were at our best and we were way too good for them. King Buck said his dad supports West Ham. Come on, you Hammers. Big win for Arsenal. 4 goal scorers. Nelson, man of the match. 2 goals and an assist. Gabriel Jesus doesn't score but gets 2 or 3 assists. Partey scores a belter in the top corner. And Odegaard smashes one into the near side top corner as well. We couldn't... Listen, every Arsenal fan, if you'd have been offered this before the game, we would have all taken it. I don't actually think we played amazing today. But who cares? Scored our chances. Took our chances. Won the game. We livened up in the second half after starting really well in the first 25 minutes. Then we went a little bit flat for 20 minutes, which was frustrating. But we done the job. We won the game. And I'm delighted. We've caught up a little bit with Manchester City on goal difference. 7 behind them now. 30 goals scored in, is that 12 games? 12 games for Arsenal. We're back on top of the league. Let's have a look on the top of the league. It's only right. Big up Daniel who said, give Mertesacker the 14. Hope Eddie improves. Let's hope so, man. Saliba clean sheet. Saliba was immense. Saliba and Martinelli I thought were the best 2. But I know we're going to do player ratings tomorrow. But man of the match is Reese Nelson because he's had to wait for a long time. He's come off the bench and he's proved himself. And I'm delighted for him. And long may it continue. The one blip. How bad is Saka's injury? He rolled his ankle. He came off as an injury that I've sustained before. You can recover in a week if it's not bad. It can be 2, 3, 4 weeks if it's not as good. Chelsea next Sunday, we need Saka back. Certainly won't be fit for Zurich, I would imagine. So yeah, man, it's an interesting one, but a big win. Thomas Partey scored a great goal. He was giving the ball away too much in the first half, but his finish was fantastic, and he was better in the second half. Beresford Productions, hope you're well, bro. He said 2.583 points per game. If this continues, you get approximately 98 points. I mean, listen, I hope it works like that, but it's not as simple as that in the Premier League, is it? Let me take this tracker off. Let me show you the Premier League table. We're going to round up shortly. I hope to see a lot of you back for the watch-along 5 past 4, 10 past 4, Man United against West Ham. Come on, you hammers. And Ronaldo starts and Harry Maguire starts, so it should be a comedy fest either way. Arsenal, top of the league, back where we belong. Thank you for keeping the seat warm, Man City, for a day. But we're back. 2 points clear of City, top of the league. Second top goal scorers in the Prem now. That boosts our goal difference up to plus 19 as well. That gives us the second best goal difference in the league. We have the second best defence in the Premier League now, level with City. Newcastle have the best defence in the Prem. And we're now second top goal scorers. Which is, listen, things are going great for us. 4 wins and a draw. Good way to bounce back. I said on Friday stream, a lot of people were expecting the Curtis Shaw TV meltdown. I said, listen, stay calm. It's not Arsenal therapy. We lost a game that ultimately we could afford to lose against PSV, even though we got slapped. I said, as long as we beat Forest, we're good. As long as we beat Zurich, we're good. We've just battered Forest without even playing that well. Right? 4 different goal scorers is a positive. Zurich on Thursday should be beating them comfortably and winning the Europa League group. Then it's Chelsea next Sunday. That's where, again, we're going to have to step it up a level to go and beat them. But we can beat them. They've just got slapped by Brighton. And let's see what happens with Saka. Saka is the one blip of today. The 2 blips of today, Saka getting injured, Jesus not scoring. Jesus not scoring is not the end of the world. The goals will come back. He got the assist. He played well, got 90 minutes. He'll be disappointed he didn't score. Let's get the goals from him next week. The one blip is, how long is Saka out for? I'm concerned. He was limping for a while. He clearly rolled his ankle. And Chelsea next week, you know, we could do with him. But we are where we are. If he recovers, I'm sure he'll play. If he doesn't, then Reese Nelson's got to step up. You know, at the end of the day, this is how people make a name for themselves. People get injured. You come in. You take your opportunity. The interesting thing is, Nelson was rated higher than Saka in the youth team. So this is his opportunity to prove himself. It really is. Samuel said Laurie must be devastated that Lokonga didn't come on when Saka got injured. Yeah, he's probably gutted. Saka's body language suggested he thought it was bad, said Mike. I mean, let's hope not. He'll definitely be in pain. Elliot said, so happy for Reese, smiling from ear to ear. Listen, I'm delighted. I am absolutely delighted for Reese Nelson because he's talented and being that young player everyone's hyping up and then it doesn't happen for you. That's very difficult to take. He's gone through all the age groups being a star player, England, Arsenal. All of a sudden you reach the first team and you're not that good and you're struggling and you're getting loaned out. So today was fantastic for him. I'm delighted for him. 2 goals and an assist and he gets man of the match for me today. People, I am out of here. 3,500. The reason I am out of here is because I'm going to do the Man United West Ham game. It's going to take me 10 minutes to adjust all of the stuff. I haven't even listed it yet, but look out for it. I'll be back in about 10, 12 minutes. Man United against West Ham. Come on, you hammers. And before we leave, people, lick that like button. If you're watching it on playback, like the video. We're looking for 3,000 likes. It's 3.5K in right now. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. We'll be back on in 10 minutes, Man U West Ham. If not, tomorrow, 2 p.m, press conference reaction. We'll review the game and look ahead to the week ahead, people. Thank you very much for tuning in. Arsenal back to the top of the league, people. Bless.